On that note, it's time for the legal team, the Eagle team. We have a crime scene to investigate here. A can of Raisinless Stiggin' Slash flavor. I'm not putting that in my body. Fled City magazine covers about Fled City sweethearts Millia Norden and Janice duo. We found movie stub and sushi receipt for 1 meal, 1 ticket, so someone went out alone. The shooting schedule for the day's shoot, no special effects planned for this opening day, but we seemingly encountered special effects when someone used just a straight up fireball level 1 to do a little nuke here. Oh, you like? Oh, you like that? Hang on, is it still? Yeah, it's me. I'm down here. Yeah. I don't know why it's not picking... Ah, well. Whoa. Whoa, okay, there we go. I somehow muted myself. Yeah, there I am. You like that? It's me! I'm gonna say, check down below the stream in my profile and you'll see where I got it. It's very good. I love it. Anyway, so, just some plates. Fruit looks great. Food. Looks like the studio feeds the staff pretty well. Water, but like fancy water. I gotta explore catering first. Sink. I guess they must clean all the dishes for the craft services table right here. Commercial fridge. So we are interviewing people while Chad... I said we are investigating while Chad interviews. Here to investigate, huh? That's right. We'll keep your distance from that camera. That equipment is pretty high voltage. Isn't it dangerous? Not as long as you keep your distance. Of course, someone has to keep an eye on things to be sure no one, I don't know, licks it. Not exactly what my years at film school were for, babysitting, but someone's gotta do it. Surprised you didn't just shut off the power. We can't. Eh? Can't? And the power spike during the incident, it fried the camera and some of our other equipment. Our footage is normally streamed directly to the server in the monitor room, but that was wrecked too. However, the cameras contain some emergency backup storage. Oh, that gets wiped if we turn the power off? And Jack Cable thinks he can recover it. He's trying. The camera responded to a ping via the network, so it's only mostly dead. Mostly dead meaning slightly alive. That's the idea, at least. Camera damage. Hopefully the insurance will cover the damage when we eventually start to rebuild. Is that really the thing to be focusing on right now? I'm aware it might seem cold. It's helping me get through the day, a minute at a time. I don't really even know how to feel yet. Right now the closest word I can think of is numb. I suppose it must be hard, considering how you planned out the shoot, all the details, something for things to go wrong. Are you kidding? This place is ordered chaos. I don't know how Hank manages to keep a lid on it. We weren't even filming this scene until a few days ago. You're saying there was a change of plans? Well, there's always a change of plans. I guess they wanted something good to film for Mr. Lucas's visit. I guess that makes sense. Well, thanks for talking to us. I'll help if I can. I'm not sure I can offer much info. Much appreciated. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Very good. Seems a serious piece of equipment. Look at the size of those fans. Seems... Okay, I can't get much from that. Oh, there's probably controls those large extractor fans. Probably best to leave it alone. Big vents, big vents. Vents, vents. This must be where Janice Duo was standing. Hello, Don. I'm watching at 240p because my internet is garbage. Oh no! I will bop your internet. That tracks given what we saw on the monitor during that incident. I wonder... Officer, did your team run a forensic analysis on that spot? Of course. Dimitri, Fire Emblem, I forgot about you. Normally, obviously, we would draw an outline of the body, but in this case, there was no body. Our working theory is that he was completely incinerated. Are you serious? Quite serious. Even so, you're suggesting Janice Duo was instantly, completely, fully annihilated? I appreciate that it seems hard to believe. Hard to believe? That's an understatement. Oh, wait. Did you really arrest my client on the basis of this theory? Not just that. There's another person injured, a Maxi Rouge. He suffered significant burn injuries, but I'm heard she's in stable condition. She was standing directly behind Janice, so she took some of the force of whatever hit him. I see. The idea that Janice was incinerated may seem like a leap. It matches everything else we had to go on. I hate to say it, but he's right. Despite how crazy it sounds, it's the simplest explanation that fits the facts. Completely incinerated! I love those giant, unprotected fans that JJ Macfield could fall into so easily. Emily. That's a color checkerboard. How'd you know? I've seen one before. You use them to calibrate cameras. Interesting. Which by what's on screen, this appears to be the lighting workstation. Back for more? Oh, hey, Hina. Yes. Like you, I have a job to do. I assume you're trying to piece together what happened. It's like that Chad guy. Chad. That's generally the idea. Don't really have much to say. Maybe we can start at the beginning. The only way to begin is by beginning. Okay, shoot. Where were you standing when the incident occurred? Here. I was looking in this direction. What were you doing? I'm the lighting technician. I was lighting. Mainly I was watching carefully to see if we had any lighting issues. And when the scene started filming, I was still just standing here. Next I knew, it was so fast. I understand that things happen quickly, but if we could rewind a bit. They started filming the scene. Then, well, Millie went off the rails, and pretty quick if you ask me. Off the rails? She started to improv lines. Hank told us that's not unusual. Maybe, but right at the start of a shoot? And next? That's the difficult part. Why, I don't really have much to tell you. Go on. Millie shouted, and then came the flash. Flash? Millie shouted there was a sudden flash of light. It was dazzling. But how much I blinked or rubbed my eyes, I couldn't see a thing. Not even my hand in front of my face. It affected everyone as far as I know. Flashbang. I see. It didn't clear up until around the time that we saw that Maxie was injured. I think you were nearby by that point, so you know the rest? That's right. That's everything I got. Just one more thing, if you don't mind. Just one more thing. Miss Akari, yes? What do you think happened? I prefer not to speculate. Sorry, just you work here, and you're more familiar with how this place works than Dylan and I. I mean... you use a lot of pyro effects as part of the show. I suggest you talk to Cat Wheel about that. Cat Wheel? I thought I met everyone yesterday, but I don't remember that name. She's been on vacation, but she just came back today. I actually saw her over by the VFX equipment earlier. She just stepped out for a bit. Okay, great. Well, watch out for her. Thanks for the help. Watch out for cables. Splat. A minor, B flat. Mr. Reed? Bass Reed? Just a sec. Oh, Aquila, wasn't it? That's right, Nina Aquila, and this is my assistant, Dylan Merlo. Hey. Hank mentioned that he'd hired you to defend Millie in court. Not a job that I envy. Why'd you say that? Gotta be honest with you, I don't claim to fully know what went down. But there were a lot of people in the room and a camera feed. I knew Millie and Janice were going through some stuff, but I had no idea it was going to end up like this. Stuff? What? And things, too. You suggested Millie and Janice were having problems. What does that mean? Well... Cannot survive or watch VOD. Watch VOD, have fun, and do not die. I will try not to die. I will do my best. I will try not to trigger any fire traps that explode. You never really know what goes on between two people. But lately, Millie and Janice have been having a bunch of arguments. Recently? Just for the last couple of weeks. A few people have commented on hearing them in each other's trailers. What were the arguments about? Dunno. I'm sure you want to defend their privacy, Mr. Bede, but as audio tech, you probably have exceptional hearing. I said I don't know. Are you certain? Walls of those trailers are surprisingly soundproof. Well, Biden might hear some people talking loudly within. You'd have to stand ear up to the bodywork to actually hear what they're talking about. I doubt anyone in the studio is quite that nosy. Shame. Tell there's another person who mentioned arguments between Millie and Janice in their trailers. That doesn't help our case. Bass, you said you didn't have all the answers, right? About the incident. That was the next thing I wanted to ask. Can you tell us what you saw? Not very much. Started rolling before I even got my bearings. Flash! Flash? That's right. A flash of light as bright as a bolt of lightning. Flashbang. Total flashbang. Yeah, literally. Afterwards, I couldn't see a thing. By the time my vision started to clear, I heard Devona scream and saw that Maxie was on the floor. Did you look to see Janice? Maxie's situation kind of poleaxed me. Didn't notice Janice was even gone until Amara pointed it out. No tracks. Amara came in and pointed out that Janice was gone. What's up? Hey, Clever. I could go on if I recall, but if I recall, you were on that scene by that point. I was, but thanks for telling us. Thanks for telling us what you know. It still might come in useful. My brain has been rotted by Toby Fox Deltarune. Episode 3 and 4 are such a game. Oh, understandable. I've been hearing such things across the board. I'm excited to finally try it. I've managed to avoid I've managed to avoid anything major out of that. So when I get to it, it'll be relatively clean for me. So that'll be exciting. Miss Aquila. Yes? Janice was my friend, but Millie is my friend too. I seem overly engrossed in my music for a few days. Don't take that as a sign, I don't care. Just, it's hard. Wow, it's the acclaimed Chapter 4 from the Rune Tomorrow game. Understood. A minor, B flat. Seems pretty caught up in his work. It's one of those clapper things. You mean a clapperboard? Yeah. I always wondered if they were a real thing. Yes, they are. Hey. Whoa, busted. That camera's fried, don't touch it. Come talk to me if you need to know more about it. Yeet. Hello. Can you let us through? Mr. Hawk has asked that they not be disturbed for the time being. Alright, let's go out here then. Looks like this goes outside. Maybe we should stick around for now. I choose to believe that there's deep meaning to the layout of the spaghetti wire on the ground. Right. It goes to here, and here, and... like a security camera. Maybe we caught a better view of the incident. Check out that camera. Have you seen the footage it captured? During the incident? Yeah, we spoke to that lady, Lotta Eiffel, in the lobby. As the head of security, she has all the fees. It's their Factorio belt layout, yes! It's an incredibly efficient production machine here. And it was useless. The camera set up to monitor both entrances and exits to the room. Never pans far enough to see the sound stage. You can get the raw footage if you want, but we went through it very closely. I guess it would have been too easy. Any further thoughts? I have the feeling we've found everything we're gonna find in here. Let's try outside. Okay. We have two other people we can talk to out here. So what's the plan? I just want to take a look around. You're the boss. Seems pretty secure. What are you looking at? The gate. And the walls. It's so secure we haven't even rendered outside the walls. The gate seems solid. Plus the gates and the walls are about 15 feet high. You're trying to rule out someone coming in from outside. That's right. Walls don't guarantee that. But no one's getting over those without some forward planning. This place is like a fortress. Oh shoot. Alright. Alright. There's a familiar set of wheels. Yeah. Huh. Chapter 3. This is feeling very Edgeworth Investigations 2 more and more as it goes on. If you know, you know. Next thing you know, we're gonna fight Muzilla. This must be the other side of that window in Maxie's salon. Or I wonder. Bonk. Locked. Like there's a sign on the right. Maybe that explains what this little building is for. Let's see. Warning, do not enter. Severe risk of bodily harm. Risk of explosion? Explosion? Maybe it's the site for the gas line. Maybe. Do not bonk or you die. Simple enough. Keep out tons of fans. What we saw after the incident. This is Milia's trailer. Locked. Who's in here? We saw after the incident, this is Janice's trailer. Locked. We saw after the incident, this is Amara's trailer. Locked. There ain't really much to gain here. Is there anything to gain here? Here, the camera? Or the camera? Yeah, but this one's not moving. Doesn't look to be in a state of repair. Put a pin in that. Are you? Oh, hello. Miss Aquila. Oh, Lotta. Lotta, right? Lotta Eiffel? That's right. I'm just doing my rounds. Rounds? There's more to security than staring at a camera feeds and asking people to do viral tests. Enough that pays to do a quick run around the site. Plus, you get your 10k steps in. Gotta do it somehow. Can I help you too? Are you looking for something? Security cameras. I wanted to ask about the camera out here in the trailer yard. That one? It's kaput. Excuse me? Broken, dead, expired, late camera. Jack's been broken for some time. I wanted to fix it, but apparently the camera system is all covered by warranty, so we're waiting on the people who originally set it up to get back in touch. So it doesn't record anything. Nope, sorry, not a thing. Damaged camera. Can I help you too? Looking for something? Interior camera. Okay, well there's a camera in the soundstage area. Oh, that one? Yep, that one works. Already went through the footage with the police. Looked at everything from an hour before the incident right up until they left with Milia. The cop inside said something similar. You didn't find anything? I mean, but it was clear. We had several hours of people coming and going. Everything seemed to match the depositions people gave the cops. Nobody arrived who wasn't supposed to be there, and no one left before they should. Got it. Trailers. We tried the trailers, but they're all locked. Do you have keys? No. Seriously? Seems like an oversight. Hey. I run a tight ship, Gallagher boy. And my trailers are owned by their occupants. Milia, Amara, and Janice. They've rent the footprint. The trailers are their property. I think the cameras have the exact opposite of plot armor in murder mysteries, right? That's the difficulty of writing murder mysteries, making it so that you can't resolve it with a security camera. Working around the logical presence of something like a security camera to make a compelling mystery. I understand Hank has a set of keys. Maybe he could let us in. I doubt it. The keys are for absolute emergencies. We've got a concrete reason to go inside, maybe. In any case, he's off-site right now. Off-site? He had to go for a meeting with our insurer. Probably the first of many. Outbuilding? What's that little outbuilding at the end of the trailer park? The one that says, "Do not go in or you die." Outbuilding? Oh, you mean the weapons locker? Weapons locker? You could store some of the stuff for the pyrotechnic system. Cat Wheel's in charge of that. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I will continue to say Wheel. In the studio today, so you should ask her if you see her. Got it. Leave. Thanks for the help. No problem. I'll be at my desk if you think of anything else. No more questions. What's up? Get the feeling we found everything we're gonna find out here. See if Chad's finished. Alright, Chad. Hey, look. I guess Chad wants to wrap things up. Should go talk to Jack Cable in the control room. Okay, Chad, my turn. Hi, Chad. Don't mind me. Nina, right? Nina Aquila. Chad said you would be along soon. Kind of in the middle of something. Be just a sec. Have you gotten anywhere trying to resurrect this equipment? Things look pretty dire. That file server is totally fried. Been trying to extract something, anything, from the memory card within the camera. Can't you just rip it out? Even if you're worried about the power, surely a pair of oven gloves. Aquila. Is her last name supposed to be pronounced like acquittal? You know what? I think you're right. I kind of think that's intentional. Because if I recall, isn't Aquila like a genus of bird? Or at the very least, it's a constellation, bird constellation. But it also does happen to sound like acquittal, which works, which makes the double entendre work. So good call. My card is fused into the slot. Thought we could reach it we could reach it via the computer network. Got it. Really? Well? Aquila is the genus of true eagles. Isn't there also a constellation called an Aquila constellation, Dark? It's not good. What's wrong? The data. It's garbage. The video files are right, but they're corrupt. They won't play. Can't you salvage anything? I checked the file headers. Okay, I've got 2 images. Both are in black and white. Monochrome. It seems gonna be like that in the final episode. Alright. Monitor is screwed, but I should be able to call them up with that little status screen. Bring up image 1. Alright. Janice. Bird. This looks like it was taken just before the incident. Before incident. I'll bring up image number 2. Janice is missing in that picture. That looks like Maxie just after she became injured. I'm with opinion that Janice just pulled an escape trick here. This can't be all we have. So these are from either side of the actual incident. Mr. Cable, are you certain the full file won't play on your equipment? Aquila is a constellation on the celestial equator. The name is Latin for eagle and represents the bird that carried Zeus's thunderbolts in Greek Roman mythology. Brightest star, Altair, is one vertex of the summer triangle asterism. Nice. So yeah, Aquila, eagle, Aquila, acquittal, defense attorney, legal eagle. Maybe with more time I could pass through some tools. Suddenly spoke Chad. Give the means to write the footage to disk. All that associated metadata. Oh yeah, it's only a few hundred megs. I can write it to a DVD. Just a sec. There you are. And one for you for good measure. What do you plan to do with this? It won't play. Fled City PD have some great data forensics people. And I trust that you'll be disclosing the footage if you get it to play? Believe me, Miss Aquila, if I get professionally lit high-def footage of this incident, you'll be the first to hear about it. Okay, I think I'm done here. Miss Aquila? The only person I've yet to interview is Maxie, the woman who is injured. Neither. I need to find out where. She's at Fled City Memorial Hospital at the burn ward, room 401. I've heard she's in some pain. Might I suggest... Yes? We both turn up to question her back-to-back. It might be a bit of a shock to the system. I'm leaving now. Give it an hour, that'll put you an hour behind me. That's still more than enough time to make visiting hours. That's... quite considerate. Oh, he's right. That's prudent. I hate that. I hate Chad. I hate it when you're right and considerate, Chad. Understood. I'll just set an alarm on my phone. See you in court. Yoot. So much for him. You don't like Chad? You shouldn't take it personally. I don't like many people. But I like... The point is, I was friends with Janice and Milia. So call me when you're ready to talk shop. Alright. Let's talk shop. Mr. Cable, hello. It sounds like you're fully aware, but for clarity's sake, I'm going to be acting in defense of Milia and Norton in court tomorrow. The Merchant Eagle versus the Chad Hawk. Yeah, thank briefly. Didn't you represent him too a little while back? That's right. So I'm sorry if you're going to have to repeat yourself after talking to Chad. It's okay, this is important. So what do you want to know? From the top, can you tell me about that incident from your perspective? I mean, you probably saw... Oh! That. Just want to know what you saw, personally. But I pretend I wasn't here. And besides, yeah. Your typical legal standard, I can't really use my own eyewitness testimony in court. Well, I saw the whole thing, from start to finish in monochrome. You mean in black and white? That's right, it was up here on the big monitor. It's been a busy morning while we were getting ready to film. The scene in the final show was in black and white, so I calibrated the monitor for monochrome. I was putting the finishing touches on the live preview when you and your assistant spoke to me. Everything seemed good. I'd heard there was some change of plan due to Mr. Lucas visiting the set, but that didn't matter much for me. I just got busy in here. When it was time to film, we did final prep. You two, Hank and Mr. Lucas came in here to watch while we were filming. Then, I mean... Please just describe what you saw, Mr. Cable. Okay. Milia seemed to react to a sound from her bird, Starna. Then she must have pulled out the flash paper in her costume herself, a flare or something. Mr. Cable? Yes? You know it's hard, but try not to speculate. We'll come to that later. Just what you saw, please. Fine. They performed her on-set transformation sequence and appeared to become her in-show alter ego, Valkyrie Freya. The light was so bright I was worried it might burn out the camera sensor. Fortunately, the camera recovered, for a moment at least. Except for that, Janice looked disoriented. Then he did the same thing. He performed his costume change sequence and could be seen on the monitor as some sort of monster. Before I knew what was happening, a burst of orange flames shot forth from Milia and hit Janice. It's a bright flash of light, and it was around that time that the camera finally burned out. Some sort of power surge knocked out the camera, the file server, and my studio monitor. Thanks for that summary. Now, can I ask you to speculate on what might have happened? Not a chance. Really? Sorry, but I've ran the event over and over in my head dozens of times. We weren't meant to be filming any VFX shots that day. Cat Hoyle wasn't even in the building. Some of your colleagues have speculated about a problem with the pyrotechnic system. I don't see how. But then again, what else could have happened? It just seems to be the only reasonable explanation. Alright. I don't envy you. Excuse me? This task, trying to defend Milia. My job? Regardless, you have my sympathy. Look, I'll do what I can to try and recover this lost footage. Maybe I'll get lucky. If I do, I'll make sure it gets to you. Thanks, Jack. Alright. So where do we go from here? Pretty sure we still got stuff to find in here. Store it in here? Pretty high-end studio equipment. This monitor is clearly a burned-out mess. Oh, that it? Okay. So, that was devastating. over, Nina. I've made you into a soy jack and made myself into the Giga Chad. Now none of your legal arguments hold any water. It would never work because Dylan already made her the Gigarite. And Chad the Soyworth. Oh no. Your point being... We gotta assume that Hank's gonna tap Jack Cable for tomorrow. Surely that's bad for us. We've had worse. Really? Nina? Nina? What? Can you not space out when I'm asking you about this stuff? This is important to you, even if I have no idea why. Come on, Jack's testimony. What do you think? Never had a witness who saw the entire incident from start to finish. It makes no difference. But he's our client, and I'm going to act as zealous advocate for her case. Right now, anything else? It's just a distraction. For now, I'm sure there was someone else we need to talk to. Must be around here somewhere. Wheel. Oh, there you are. Hello. Are you Cat Wheel? I'm really quite busy. Oh, try not to take up too much of your time. I'm Nina Aquila. This is my assistant, Dylan Burlow. Hey. Oh, wow. Is your assistant in some sort of fight? You should have seen the other guy. So you are, in fact, Cat Wheel. Hank said I should expect 2 lawyers of the police. Take it you're the second lawyer. So, Chad got to her first. That's right. I'm representing Billy and Norden in her case. I said before, I really am quite busy. I appreciate you've got a job to do, but please understand, so do we. Even so. Look, my role in all this requires that I pursue all avenues of investigation. Make it quick, it'll be faster to get back to whatever it is you're doing. Fine. Catherine Wheel at your service. They'll most just call me Cat. What do you do? I'm the studio's VFX technician. I assume that means you handle stuff relating to visual effects. That's right. The studio focusing on a magical girl, shall we have numerous things that need effects to work on screen. Transmission sequences, special attacks. I'm surprised that's not mostly done on the computer. The studio prides itself on practical effects. Try to do as much on camera as possible. Only augment those effects with computer imagery. Gives things a rustic feel, which is great for the kid audience. And they feel more connected to the action when it looks so real. Have you ever had any accidents? Like the classic Power Ranger style. That old, visceral, Power Ranger style combat where you strike the enemy and it just gives off an explosion of sparks. And just feels really viscerally fun. Apart from yesterday's incident, never. Catherine... Oh, okay. Incident. Where were you yesterday? After finishing the last season, I went on vacation. Anywhere fun? Some friends and I went whitewater rafting and camped out each night. I only just got back. But I've heard the incident happened when I was still on the return flight. So that's a decent alibi. Could easily check if she was actually still on the flight. No one would tell such an easily refutable lie. Those on the crew talked to me about being dazzled. And police even suggested that Janice Dua was incinerated. What do you make of it? All hogwash. Hogwash? Baseless supposition. There was no VFX plan for yesterday. It's just not possible for the Pyron 9000 to have discharged like that. What is the Pyron 9000? This baby. Our pyrotechnics are supplied by the Pyron 9000. This machine connects to various nozzles and emitters around the soundstage area. Oh no! 2 large flame jets in the upper lighting rig can fire flaming tongues. Numerous smaller flame jets can be fired up from the floor. Smoke machine nozzles are embedded in various places. Even a jet that can fire a fine stream of liquid. You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that one episode of the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Duelist Kingdom era? Where you're dueling the Panic. And Panic has the fucking buttons in the duel arena, which he just smashes and shoots up jets of flames all over the place. That's what this is. Jet that can fire a fine stream of liquid, then ignite that for a mini explosion. That's dangerous, but that last one's not used very often. There's all in addition to the lighting rig, which can flash to help mask things for transformation sequences. Sounds like a serious piece of equipment. I'm gonna send me the Shadow Realm. Oh no! No, it's not possible! No! Oh, nowadays, this kind of equipment is normally only used in big arenas. Most idle performances use similar equipment. Of course, with us using it in such a confined space, the effect is very powerful. I hate to even ask, but is it possible it could have misfired? No. And with a power surge, short circuit. Yeah, what if the studio was struck by a bolt of lightning? If we're going with this, but the answer is no. How could you be so sure? You're dealing with weapons-grade hardware here. It's true that without safety features, the Pyron 9000 could be very dangerous. Those features are extensive. All those things you list, you definitely stop the device from firing when it's supposed to. It's not supposed to. There's no way they could make it fire when it's not properly loaded. Robust machine. Not properly loaded. Look, I can make this really simple. What are you doing? The Pyron 9000 can only fire when it has ammo. Ammo. And as you'll see... What? But... Uh-oh. It's got ammo. That just can't be. What is it? What's wrong? This. It stinks of oil. Kerosene. Good knows. But what is it? This is an ammo pack. Think of it like a printer cartridge for an office printer. And instead of ink, this contains kerosene and various additives. The Pyron 9000 can ignite the kerosene with those additives to create flames and smoke of various colors. That sounds horribly dangerous. The chemicals are pressurized and flood its nozzle on top when the machine opens the valve. A single pack can create a flaming burst that's around 5 seconds in length. But normally our FX only need a fraction of time for each flash, so each pack can last us a while. The smell is very pungent. Is it dangerous? This ammo pack type only works within this machine. They're pretty safe, provided you handle them with care. Besides, this one is empty. Kerosene. Oh, I need to look at that again. I didn't notice the odd spelling. So what's the problem? Maybe with the machine you sounded like you'd seen a ghost. Cat? Yes? This ammo pack isn't supposed to be here, is it? The machine was supposed to be empty. Meticulously load and unload the Pyron 9000 every season. Every single time. You never missed unloading it. After a long day. Not even once. I log it even. I know for a fact that I unloaded when we finished with the final scenes from last season. We shouldn't even have a single empty pack presently on site. I sent it back to the manufacturer to be refilled, and our inventory lists all our packs as full. This has definitely been used. Where do you keep them when they're not inside the machine? In the weapons locker outside, but our insurer requires that we keep them in a different building to the machine. Who has access to that building? There are only 2 sets of keys. I have one. They were locked in a safe at my home while I was on vacation. Hank has the other. Hank. Do you need anything else to fire the machine? Just this. Okay. A control device. Very good. These devices connect wirelessly to the Pyron 9000 and can be used to trigger pre-programmed effects. Without one, the machine can't fire? That's right. If a person were to buy another one, say for the manufacturer... According to the internet, we can blame Americans. A Canadian patented it in 1854. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that tracks. I don't have to look it up, Dark, and that tracks. That's a good catch-all answer. Just blame Americans for something. True and true. Yeah, that's true. Nope, no good. They're set up with a unique encryption key. Basically, they're unhackable. Are these devices kept under lock and key? Normally, no. The Pyron 9000 isn't loaded, then they're useless. And as you unload it every time, there's usually no need. How many of these exist? 4. I have this one here. Millie has one, Amar has one, and Janice has, well, had one. I wonder, did Millie have hers yesterday during the incident? They each keep them in the right glove of their transformed costume. It helps them trigger the effects naturally during their performance. That makes sense. Was Millie wearing her costume? Damn it. Yes. What's beeping over there? Looks like the fans have finished their self-diagnostic cycle. Can you hit that switch to turn them back on? Sure. Whoa! Holy shit. Look at them go. Those are some serious fans. Necessary fans. The kerosene and additives from the VFX are very harmful. These fans can exchange all the air in this room every 60 seconds. Otherwise we don't have to wear breather masks. Plus, we'd all stink of kerosene. They are seriously wobbling. I think. Yeah. These weren't spinning after the incident when the breaker was tripped. The power was out and they wouldn't be able to spin. They'd start up the moment power was restored. Alright. Cat, this is gonna be difficult. I need to ask you a direct question. Fire away. All my answers so far have just led to bigger questions. Here goes. If employed correctly by someone who knew how to use it, could the Pyron 9000 be used to incinerate someone? Is it theoretically possible that it could have incinerated Janice? Yes. You're sure? Pyron 9000 is a very powerful machine. Even the ammo packs come with a subsidiary. A subsidiary of the military arm of Rookery Inc. It actually has an effect. We once used it to incinerate a waxwork dummy around the size of a person. It was gone in around 2 seconds. Jesus Christ! 5 full seconds of that flame jet? Janice wouldn't stand a chance. Reminder, Maxie! Time to go see Maxie? That's right. Cat, I think you've taken up enough of your time. Sorry I couldn't prove Millie innocent. Gotta do a quick bit of math on that? Oh, sweet. Let us know if you find anything else. No problem. Ah, incinerate someone in 5 seconds. Okay. I'm very intrigued. See, I have a theory in the back of my mind that some kind of escape act occurred here. If everyone has a control device, then Janice could have triggered it himself and pulled some kind of escape act. All evidence apparently suggests that Janice Duo was standing on the spot, was instantly incinerated. This is gonna be difficult. Alright. I wonder where this goes. It's locked. You can see out of the trailer yard from here. Alright. Valkyrie Sacred Feathers. This one shows Millie and Amara in their Valkyrie costumes. You think this is the villain? Okay, these are all just variations. Hi. Good luck with your investigation. Vending machine. Water cooler. Oops. The RPG Maker pane immediately going the opposite direction, and so this is Devona's office. Fire alarm. Nostalgic. Nah. Got her. Anything else to see here? Oh. A tank at his flirty dozen. Apparently Amara's behind the camera. Alright, onward to see Maxie. As opposed to Max C, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Red City, day 1. That's where we're going. Based on what Chad said, we just need a hand. Here. Let's go. What? What the? Wow! Biker gang! What the shit? Oh, they're going for the... Alright. showing up for the idol show. I forget the name of it, but it is a thing that is happening in town. Ah! What's up? What just happened? Bikers, 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 bikers. I saw the northern bikers descend on where they're building that music festival. How many of them? All of them! Ain't that something? You didn't see them. My bootlaces were untied. Just wanted to sort them out. I'm sure. Hate to interrupt. Bikers, 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 bikers. Oh god, it's been so long. I feel like it is. Maxie, I'm sure visiting hours at the hospital don't go on all evening. Yeah, he's right. Get back to business. Are you the hospital? 7:04 p.m. at City Hospital. Hospital! Hello, do you have an appointment? Ah, no! I'm here to see someone. Maxie LaRue. Family? No. Caregiver? No, Partner? No! I'm sorry, but visiting hours are almost over, so unless you're family, you need to present a very good reason to be allowed onto the ward. Present a good reason, huh? Present? Take that. An ID card? Ms. Aquila. Oh, detective. Detective Flatfoot? Have you finished talking to Maxie? Maxie? And the studio incident? That's right. Sorry, no. I'm here for personal reasons. Oh? Oof, awkward. You having some kind of problem? You should have visited someone, but she's not family and doesn't have an appointment. He's a defense attorney, Francine. He's registered with the city. I can vouch for her. Just hold a sec. You worry that Flint City PD's on the hook for that? Strictly speaking, my status allows me to make reasonable avenues of inquiry about my case. I don't need his permission or yours. All the same, take all the time you need. Rude. Still, something's clearly bothering him. What's bothering all of us here? This is the episode of personal issues. I have no time for that now. Maybe I could ask someone who knows him personally. Maxie LaRue is in a room behind me. Through the doors on the left. Understood? The expression looks kind of intense. Probably best not to bother them. Okay, math done. So in order for paraffin wax to be entirely consumed in 2 seconds, that produce over 7 megawatts, which is about the output of an average power plant for 2 seconds. Good lord. That is a lot. What about them? Vending machine does not appear to sell cans of raised lentillus. Good. Especially kind of intense. That's the hospital mood. Fair. Restroom. Health information reminding people to get tested for various things. Yoink, yoink. Fortunately, there's only one room behind here. Hi, Maxie. Hi, Maxie. Oh, Moon Princess. Sorry if I don't get up. Are you in pain? I was. Get your soda or something that'll help. No need, child. The pills they gave me and the ointments they used. Well, it's not exactly a spot, eh? But I'll pull through. Not sure how this is gonna go down. Maxie might hold Millie responsible for her injuries. Maybe best just tear off the band-aid. Maxie, we spoke briefly before, but I'm NINA AQUILA, and this is my assistant, Dylan Merla. Hey. Been hired by Hank and Mr. Lucas to defend Millie and Norden in court. You're Millie's attorney. That's right. In that case, Miss Aquila. Please, promise me you can help that poor girl. You mean Millie? Ooh. Who else would I mean? Guess there was no need to be worried. Sorry, I didn't know prior to just now how you would feel about the incident. Millie Norden is an angel. Ooh. Straight up. Been from one end of this industry to the other and worked with all sorts of people. She's my darling, my star. You say that almost like she's your daughter. Aww. Absolute sweetheart. And do I? 115 watts per cubic centimeter, and an incandescent bulb is 60 watts. That's a lot of energy. They would have blown up the... Yeah, that's a little insane. Holy shit. So it's only fair. That child never really had a mother. Join the club. Maxie, if I may. Mr. Merlo, you're not my son. You're not my son, too. You want to help Milia? I have some questions I need to ask you. I'll help in any way I can. The instant. Can you tell me what happened from your perspective? Anything unusual happened during the morning, before the filming? During the morning? No. Honestly, it was pretty ordinary. What about the incident itself? Everyone took their places. The camera started to roll. Legal time, eagle time. I read. As a makeup artist, I usually only have to get involved during actual filming if there's a problem. Like someone's makeup runs or smudges. So I took a place off camera to the right of the soundstage to watch the film of the first scene. We've been introduced to the Pyron and its insane levels of power. It's absurd levels of power. Which, like, the concept of taking a, like, stadium level VFX system and installing it in a little enclosed movie studio is insane enough, but the amount of power they're describing is, like, not possible. Completely surreal. And then what happened? They called action. Then Millie and Janice started to do their thing. To my surprise, Billy talked as if her character was going to transform like a costume change. There was a bright light. It was dazzling. The vision was filled with a mess of blue and purple smudges. Billy just beat physics like they did. That's fair. It's just... the Pyrod 9000 is just better. It's just better. They solved physics by version 9000. The vision was filled with a mess of blue and purple splotches. Next I felt a burn and sear and pain like I'd fallen on a barbecue. Only lasted a moment though. I guess I must have passed out. When I woke up, I was here. So you didn't see the exact moment that you were injured? No. It was some sort of fire though. The doctor said that my burns are legit like what they normally see when someone's pulled from a burning building. I hope it hasn't been too traumatic. It could have been worse. Burns are superficial in depth terms. They'll heal with a little scar, and the problem is just the scale of the burns. They cover so much of my body. Oof. Millie and Janice, tell me about them. People at the studio had a lot to say about Millie and Janice. Gossip. In my business, Maxie, gossip can be a problem. Do you know if they were having arguments? Maxie? Please, if you know anything. Arguments is one way to put it. That being said. Yes? See, I feel like Janice did something sus here. It's also possible that someone fed Milia like a fake altered script. Okay, there was maybe. I got some kind of vibe, some sort of tension. You know what about? Truly, I don't think there's anything to relate. All married couples have tips and little spats. I don't personally think there was any rift between them. Certainly not the sort that would cause Milia to hurt him. Maxie, I need to ask you an uncomfortable question. Shoot. Cases of matricide, or cases of what? Mariticide? Or cases of uxoricide? That is, say, murder of husband or wife. The mariticide or uxoricide? That's... Oh, I suppose matricide and patricide is mother, father. I never actually heard the terms for that before. Mariticide and uxoricide. Where the hell did that turn? Where the hell did that take a turn from? Yes? There are things people can do that give people no recourse but to respond. Those things leave injuries, the sort that a makeup artist might be asked to cover up. And Janice never raised a hand, Amelia. You honestly believe so? Child, I've seen... Okay, you've been professional, so let me be equally frank. Uxor's side sounds like a Pokemon, to be honest, right? I've applied makeup at some point to practically every inch, Amelia. The crew can pay me for things like haircuts and other bits of cosmetic work. And I also do waxing. No part of that girl's body is a mystery to me. No abuse can take many different forms. They're having those kinds of problems. They left 0 bruises or marks. Okay, so nothing physical. Old Latin terminology that realistically no one in the legal world ever would use ever in court filings. Yeah, that... Uxor inside. That's... Those two kids loved each other, more fiercely than anyone I have ever known. I'm sorry that I had to question that. You're just doing your job. Help in any way I can... How do you characterize working at the studio? A bit chaotic, right? Yeah, what's with that? It's a cultural thing. Gotta thrive from it. All of us are like one big dysfunctional family. Here, take a look at this. Oh? Everyone? The crew? Mm-hmm. This was at Christmas just over a year ago. Hank and his flirty dozen. Why were you all called that? Meets me. Pretty sure Hank came up with it. Where are you? Behind the camera. I took that picture. Ah, Mara was behind the other one. And now, yeah, okay. Just a classic. I'm going to use these words to sound smart because I know they exist moment. Yeah. Its usage has increased dramatically since 1800? Because people discovered it and noticed that it sounds like a Pokemon. Christmas party. I love my job and I love that studio. If the others seem to be struggling to process all this, that's the reason why. Just so hard for us to conceive that any of this happened. Miss Aquila. Yeah? Seem to have the best interests of Millie at heart. So I want to trust you with something I didn't tell that lawyer from earlier. Chad? Maxie, sorry, but if you withheld information about the incident, I would never. That Chad guy, he's very direct. He asked me specific questions and I gave him specific answers. When I tried to tell him this stuff, he said that he had everything he needed about before the incident. Sounds unusually slapdash for Chad. There's got to be more to that. Right before the incident, I saw Amelia. Don't you see her most days? Not like this. I was in my salon. It was very late. I was finishing up some last little bits of work at around 10:30 p.m. I remember that rain was beating off the window. It was coming down in sheets. I looked up and through the window I saw Millie in the trailer yard. The strange part. She was wearing her full magical girl costume. I could swear, you're gonna think I'm crazy. Be surprised what it takes for me to think something's crazy. I'd swear that there was a monster out there with her. Okay. Getting up there in that scale. A monster? It's only a shape, really. Like a silhouette. What did you do? I looked over the window and called out to her, but then there was a blinding flash. Oh. Huh. I had to blink to get my sight back. And in that instant, it looked like Millie was gone. Mysterious flash. I was worried something had happened to her, so I went to check. Looked out of my salon through the soundstage and briefly went outside into the trailer yard. When I went out, all I heard were Millie and Janice in his trailer talking in raised voices. You didn't investigate further? It was late and I'd been busy. I figured I was just hallucinating. I was pretty tired after all. Seeing Millie outside, though, the monster, sounds like it would have been a pretty vivid dream. Our job involves a lot of, well, thinking about monsters and magical girls. Came back through the sound stage. Thought I heard something as I walked through and paused to look about. It was dark and the rain makes such a loud noise on that sound stage's tin roof. So I headed home. Soundstage with the Pyron has a tin roof. Why didn't you mention this before? Because that bright flash that I saw? It looked like our soundstage camera tricks. Uh-oh. It looked like magic. Gained item. Magic. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gonna be Hmm. Hmm. We're gonna go into court and present magic. Because the lawyer, he only asked about the incident, not really much else. The whole thing sounds kind of weird. You're new to this show business. How does it show? Actors are unusual people. More so than many other lines of work. Here's what happens when I use a spell I don't know. Oh no, Tark. Oh no. Not that. It's in this case though, it's the polar opposite of that, Dark. A bit of eccentricity comes with the job. But Milia, what about her? Over the years with Milia, I've seen things I can't really easily explain. Comings and goings late at night and all sorts. Oh boy, so Milia is really a magical girl. Oh, that's me. Nina, are you there? Hey Hank, I'm at the hospital with Maxie. I need you to get down to my office right away. Really? Because... Please, hurry up and get down here. Hank? That's our cue. Miss Aquila, please help Milia. Can't imagine how she is right now, locked up in a cell. We'll do what we can. Okay. We have so many items right now. Magic. Where's my Himiko Danganronpa 3 style? It's magic. Magic. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh hey, it's just like my bed at home. Oh hey, it's just like my bed at home. I'm going to invade your office now. Printers, my nemesis. Police. Sorry, man, but I'm afraid I can't go any further. Fire nearly under control with the risk of secondary blazes. Looks like there's been another explosion. Oh, right. I forgot about the fucking missile strike. What the fuck was with that? Think Hank was asking after you? He's up in his office. Alright, let's see. Nina, Dylan? He looks worried. Came as fast as we could. What's happened? You're gonna want to sit down. Okay. What's wrong, Hank? I'm assuming that this is Milia's VFX control device. That's right. This is Milia's costume on a mannequin. Taken from her trailer after the incident. Guess I was hoping when we checked that the device wouldn't be there. Would have made things simpler. It was inside her glove. That wheel told us that's where it's normally kept. But this doesn't change anything. I'm sensing that isn't why you asked us to run down here. You're perceptive. Goes with the job. Alright, Hank? Okay. The reason why I asked you to come down here is actually far, far worse. Go on. After you left, the police managed to get some footage. Of the incident? But Jack Cable said... No, not of the incident. Our security tapes for the past week. Everything you needed, huh, Chad? Talking about the night before the incident. How'd you know that? Maxie said some troubling things. Troubling, huh? Then come look at this. Our CCTV footage is only monochrome and very low resolution. Parody of classic Japanese literature hill screen. Oh no, that's Ganto 9. Wait. We're getting our episodic favorite games mixed up. Yeah. As chapter 2 of season 2 for NINA AQUILA would definitely be 4, 5, and 6, like fucking Ace Attorney Collection and Apollo Justice Collection. That sort of deal. Monochrome be an older tape-based kind. It only takes 1 frame every 15 seconds. Wow. That way you only have to change the tape around once. 1 frame every 15 seconds. That's terrible. Not exactly state-of-the-art. Although conceptually, it saves us from having to animate video. It's on the list of stuff to get fixed. Show me. Yeah. The soundstage, but what's the place on the left? Oh, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the weapons locker. You see the ammo packs lined up at the tables. When are we looking at? Just before 10:30 p.m. That matches up with what Maxie said. That's the next part. Oh. Is that Milia? Refuse to believe that. Dang, she's right there, in full costume. We have 2 magical girls here, though. She's holding something. Lotta said that the police already did an analysis. She's holding a trash bag and a set of keys. Keys for the weapons locker? Hank, work with me here. Fine. Yes, they do appear to be keys for the weapons locker. I can kind of tell from the way she's holding them that she used them to get inside. She's walking over that ammo pack. She's just taking it? And she's gone. What was in that trash bag? Could have even been empty. Cross-examining Dante on the stand would be a pain in the neck. Tick-tock, 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 take that. See, you just present the golden bow to actually hear what they're saying. Pretty sure it wasn't. Oh yeah? She's carrying a sensitive piece of equipment out in the rain. Is she using it to cover the ammo pack? Dylan's right, she was just carrying it. Seems quiet. It's a shame we just get no signal for the camera in the trailer yet. Things are quiet for about 10 minutes, then... There's Milia, full costume with the ammo pack. What's she doing? Surely she's not... Oh, come on! She's loading the Pyrot 9000! Still can't believe it. She suddenly turned around. It's a shame it's so low res, we might have a better idea what's going on. Can't even make out her facial expression. Body language, though. She looks as though something spooked her. I think I know what it was. Maxie? There it is, Maxie. Could you see that Milia took cover behind some boxes? Maxie went outside. When she came back, she said that she thought she wasn't alone inside the soundstage area. She has no idea just how right she was. It seems after Maxie left, Milia darted for the exit. Huh. Someone in a magical girl suit was doing nefarious shit. But when Maxie went out there, she heard Milia and Janice arguing in their trailer. Can I take a copy of this? Go ahead. I just can't. God. This case is real dark for the start. I just can't believe it. How? What? It's not over yet, Hank. Nina, come on, man. It's optimism and then there's foolishness. We maintain faith in our client, Dylan. I know that, but at what point does defense switch from flat-out denial to damage control? If we go to court tomorrow and suggest Milia pleads not guilty after seeing this. I'll talk to Milia before things start tomorrow and see if we can straighten this all out. If she says she doesn't know about any of this, then we stand for her in court. Seriously, how can you do that? Do it because that's our job. Hank, it's been a long day. You should try to get some sleep. I'll try. Proceedings start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let's meet the defendant lounge at the courthouse, 8:30 a.m. Maybe Milia can give us some answers. It would be refreshing to have an answer that doesn't lead to a bigger question. Got it. See you in the morning. Let's head back to the office. Yeah, shit, this is spiraled. This looks like Milia's costume on a mannequin. This has certainly spiraled. Hopefully nothing else fucking explodes. Take the long way out to get home. I'm hungry. Oh, welcome to Combini. I need more relentless. Need to call Livewire right now. Better detergent, toilet paper, just typical convenience store stuff. Bread. That was amazing. What a gear here is surprisingly good. Food stuff. Probably picks up some stuff for dinner. Maybe later. I mean, it is quite late. It's an ATM. I've got better things to do than be reminded of all the money I don't have. Everywhere in town seems to have the same 3 plants. Whoever sells these must be raking it in. What's on TV? Nothing? Okay. Very good. Front desk for the building. Who's anyone actually running it? Our milk sometimes gets left here. Alright. Up we get. The sinners being Ace Attorney witnesses for peak nonsense seems enjoyable. That testimony would be like that one from the final case of the Layton crossover game where you, like, cross-examine 10 guards all at once. In all its absurdity. Hey, Nina. Yeah? Mind if I crash here tonight? You're not gonna see it? You're not gonna see it, Atalanta? Too late for that. Thought maybe I'd see her after court tomorrow. Couch is free? Great. Gonna use the TV for a bit first. Oh fuck, I missed a huge chunk of the screen. Chunk of the stream, what's been happening? Hey, Lilac. This case is spirals. This case has spiraled very badly. And there also might be actual magic at play. Knock yourself out. I'm gonna get ready for bed. Feel this left your party. Take a shower. Just grab my night clothes from the lockers in the bathroom. Do we get an achievement for taking a shower? Hello. Well. Okay. Okay, not too TOS-y. He's very baffled about the cause of the recent raft of. You've seen it at the preview at the end of chapter 3. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so that's the interesting thing. We have the insane Pyron 9000 pyrotechnic system, which can incinerate a paraffin wax figure in 2 seconds, and then we have Milia and or Amara doing actual magic outside of the Pyron. I was like, Dylan's watching the TV. Is that the news? Yeah. Wanted to see what was going on. There's 2 more explosions that have occurred in the last 24 hours. People are turning to the mayor's office for some kind of... Explosion followed by electrical disturbances that have affected nearby buildings and vehicles. Yeah? Do you seriously believe that Millie is innocent? We act as a zealous advocate for our client, Dylan. If she says she's innocent, that's the political answer. I mean, like, for reals. Several witnesses in the area stating that northern bikers have been in the area of several Dana. An outside point of view, all evidence suggests that on the night before the incident, Elia left her trailer and costume, stole an ammo pack, fully loaded a dangerous machine, knowing that she had the means to activate it the following day. They had footage taken from an English tourist during the time just before and leading up to one of the explosions. Sounds like she spent the night with them, though. They were husband and wife. But when she was gonna blow him away the next day? Yet another thing that doesn't quite make sense about all this. Gonna head to sleep. Got a big day tomorrow. Later. Before we play that footage, please be advised that some of the images are disturbing. Trauma time. Okay, Nina, breathe. Count to 10. We're gonna play the traumatic explosion. Dylan, can you turn off? He's out. How does he just fall asleep like that? Millie can never complain about Nina fan service moments. Unfortunately, Ethan Fox tapped directly into my brain for her type of girl. Type of woman. There. Alright, get out of here before the explosions. But hearing that on TV. Why does it get to me so much? Dylan got killed by the couch. Night night. You want to just say the good-ass meatloaf mode? Yes, I would. Said that she saw you, outside in the rain. Sounds like Hank's already here. Full regalia. That's absolutely impossible. Regalia? Okay, day 2. Hank, Milia. Nina, it's time? No, not yet. Got a few minutes. What were the two of you talking about? Oh, just... we're prepping for the trial. Really? Milia? Yes? Maxie said that on the night of the incident she saw you outside in the courtyard in the rain. But... and Hank showed me the CCTV footage for the studio camera system. There's tons of those around here lately. Probably due to the insane amount of explosions that are happening. But it shows you getting an ammo pack, putting it in the Pyron. That's impossible! There's a video of you doing it! I spent all night with Janice. Did nothing else. Spoke to no one else. Nina? If she says she didn't do it, then she didn't do it. Hank. If Milia says that she didn't leave Janice's trailer all night, as her attorney, I'll hold that line in court today. It means her only alibi is the one person who can't testify. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was with Janice all night. I mean, Maxie is technically an alibi. If we think about it. Maxie is just, a little bit blinded by the regalia that she saw in the rain. She just saw Nina's outfit. She just saw Milia's outfit. Like it's the, Max Galactica 3 symbols. Successfully faked Max Galactica. Milia's regalia, or at least some similar regalia in the dark and the rain, successfully faked Milia. Because Maxie went out into the yard and heard Milia and Janice in their trailer. I don't remember leaving or doing any of those things. A deep cut indeed, yeah. You're aware that's going to be difficult for the court to accept. You don't know what else to say. I was originally thinking that, like, Janice did some shady shit and, like, pulled an escape act rather than being incinerated, because that seemed ridiculous at the time, but we are admitting official evidence that the Pyron can just do that, so Janice might actually be dead. That might be wrong there. Basically blocked out turnabout big top. Fair. Understandable. This seems so genuine. And again, she's an actress. Hey, Dylan. What were you up to? Hey, Nina. Ready for us in courtroom B. Bailiffs are out there for Milia. Thanks, Dylan. I'll be out in a sec. See you at the bench. Got it. Milia, go with them. We'll see you again soon. Okay. She seems nervous. Hank? Yeah? I didn't want to upset Milia just before she goes to take the stand. I only have one eye, but sometimes that gives me the clarity to see through things. I don't like secrets. What are you... You calling me a liar? Well, I'm not calling you a truther. No. It's anything you haven't shared with me, no matter how minor. Now's the time. This case means so much to me, to the team, to our business, and to Milia. Giving you everything I can. She's supposed to be some kind of legal... Someone said it. Achievement. Some kind of legal eagle? Just do your job. So much for candor. What are you not telling us, Hank? Room B, day 2. Nina? Room looks smaller from this side of the stand. Suppose it does. Nah, I'm out of here. Hey, is she leaving? Looks like it. Is she the defense attorney? I should probably stay. I want to be on the jury. There's more here than before. Porter? I want to be the judge. Yeah! I get used to this. Wait, is that a cup holder? Hey, you, vacate the judge's bench. Sorry! And that will be Chad. Does standing here make me feel more Chad-like? Somehow I don't think so. Where else can we sit while we're here? Can you climb the rope? Oh no. Hang on, where's the rope? Where's the rope? I want to be the witness. I'm testifying now. No, we can't climb the rope. It's in the cabinet. Let's get to it. Got it. Did you talk to Amelia? Uh-huh. And Hank? Uh-huh. Any helpful revelations? Nuh-uh. Aquila? Merlo? I trust you came prepared. I always do my homework, Chad. And perhaps it's time for me to take you to school. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Tawny Owl? Chad Hawk? Nina Aquila? The Eagle? Please be oh, that's a new portrait. We are assembled here today in the matter of the trial of Amelia Norton, a resident of Fledge City. This does make Tawny look much older than her default sprite did originally. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Defendant, can you please confirm your name and occupation? Yeah. Your Honor, my name is Amelia Norton. I'm an actress employed by the Valkyrie Raising Project Studio. I see. You are, if I'm not mistaken, a person of some notoriety. Well... The time to climb up, Nina. Billy, Your Honor? Yes, Miss Aquila. My client is the star of Valkyrie's Sacred Feathers, an award-winning TV show. She is also both in character and in person a hero to children all over the country. That's your cue, Hawk. Mr. Hawk, I am expecting you to object to Miss Aquila's opening for the defense's bench in this manner. She's supposed to be 65. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Looks much older than her original sprite, but still not quite 65. Very dignified 65. I have yet to see an exaggeration of her life for the opposing bench, Your Honor. Rest assured I shall speak up if one is to emerge. Blech. He's a fan. In that case, Mr. Hawk, for the record, please explain the basis for this hearing. With pleasure. Your Honor, the accused was arrested the night before last. This followed an incident at the TV studio that forms the defendant's place of work. During the incident, the defendant's husband, Janice Duo, appears to have been incinerated. The prosecution believes that this defendant played a role in orchestrating this incident, and we intend to prove their motive, means, and opportunity via witness testimony. For clarity, Your Honor. The prosecution accuses Amelia Norton of murder in the first degree. Well, I mean, order! Nina? Aren't you going to object? Do they know for sure that Janice was incinerated? You spotted that, huh? I thought the same. When Chad outlines the case, he's laying out his theory about events. It's inappropriate to object at that point, as his phrasing was so out of left field as to suggest a mistrial. Let's put a pin in that for now. Ms. Aquila, something you wish to share with the class? No, Your Honor. She seems particularly uppity today. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Hawk, for your summary of the case. Amelia, Mrs. Norton, how would you prefer to be addressed? Amelia, Your Honor. Very well. Amelia, you stand accused of the murder of your husband in the first degree. How do you plead? No surprises now, Amelia. Not guilty, Your Honor. Game on. It's time to duel. But here the court recognizes your plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, here we go. We'll expect to bring out a witness. We'll give a statement. Listen to it. We have to focus on the little details. We're looking for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind, which shows that the witness is either lying or just mistaken. Don't worry about memorizing the statement through. We'll be able to recap it afterwards. This is totally standalone, since we're getting a tutorial again. What do you think we'll go for first? Won't he just break out the CCTV right away? Not a chance. Chad knows that if you're hunting with one bullet, you wait for the clean shot. I want to set the scene and only wheel out the most devastating evidence when the room is primed for it. If I was to guess, motive. That's where I'd start. I mean, that's fair, but each chapter was released in its own sort of self-contained bit originally. Just okay, I mean, is it here that I stand? Yes? Well, there's been a serious shake-up since my last proceeding. Oh, I mean, I'm sure, I mean... Well, if there's been a change of plans, perhaps it's best if I just stand... I mean, maybe if I was just... You're where you're supposed to be, witness. She's nothing if not consistent. We'll start slow. Can you state your name and occupation for the record? Your Honor, my name is Devona Fairchild. I work as an associate producer at Valkyrie Racing Project TV Studio. I am not an expert in television production, Miss Fairchild. Pray tell, what does an associate producer actually do? Oh, all sorts of things. Honestly, it's hard to keep track sometimes. I deal with some aspects of planning, as well as any and all minor issues that crop up day to day. Such as arranging studio functions or dealing with paperwork. The studio would probably grind to a halt without an AP. So... your dog's body. But... credit well it's due. Tony really has a knack for seeing through to the heart of things. Oof. Dog's body, person who does boring, does menial or drudge work. It's a British Navy deal. Person who gets all the dull menial tasks that no one else wants to do. Harsh, but yeah. Psst, Nina. It's a dog's body. It's an old-fashioned... Oh, thank you for just explaining it after I looked it up. It's an old-fashioned word for someone you employ to run around doing menial jobs that you don't want to do. 'Cause... not now. From a certain point of view, yes. Your Honor, if I may... Do, Mr. Hawk. As someone very central to the life at the studio in question, we thought Devona was ideally placed to speak about the accused and the victim in that context. Ah yes, as someone who runs errands, Miss Fairchild, you must know the people involved extremely well. Of course! Consider Millie and Janice as personal friends. I mean, well, consider would be more appropriate for Janice now. I mean, because... Uh-oh. Miss Fairchild? Devona! Oh! I'm sorry, I think I froze up for a moment there. Miss Fairchild, I'm sure you're nervous being in court like this. Just explain what you said to the police. Of course! Your Honor. When all this happened, I was shocked. In fact, I was literally in shock. I didn't say or do anything for hours. It gave me time to think about countless little things from the weeks leading up to the incident. Surely you're not about to suggest that you expected something like this to happen? No, Your Honor. But... Amelia is incredible. She nails every take. She aces every photo shoot. She fills every dress. Oh, Janice was an acting genius. Could go from a perfect gentleman one moment to a savage villain the next, at least on camera. The pair were, by my reckoning, the very definition of a power couple. When I first met them, that's all I thought. Here we go. And I noticed it, the needling. Just a little at first. Little jibes or barbed comebacks, said by Janice sometimes, but more often Milia. That's not true. Sure, we bickered. We were married, but say it out of context like that. With that, you will refrain from outbursts or I'll hold you in contempt. But... Keep it together, Milia. I recall days not so long ago, when the pair had full-blown arguments. Sometimes just the smallest things would spiral and the two of them would get despondent. More than once I heard Janice claiming that Millie had gone out late at night, riding her motorcycle through the city, and he had no idea where she was. What secure relationship sees a partner doing that sort of thing? Like the tension was building week on week. If I was to characterize how I felt about it, the relationship acted like a swan? Calm and placid on the surface, but kicking furiously beneath. So you're acting as a character witness. It seemed appropriate, Your Honor. Very well. Witness, please move on to your statement. Interesting. I've seen Millie disappear several times. She just vanished late at night on her motorcycle just like that. And given Janice's unusual background, in a way, Millie and Janice have always had a tumultuous relationship. Very well, Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Warner paints a grim picture of Millie and Janice's marriage. See if we can turn that around. Alright.
Hold it.
Vanish? What do you mean by that? Oh. Sorry, I guess that did sound kind of ambiguous. It just mean that she'd take off, leave. She'd head out of the studio parking lot at the drop of a hat, usually on her motorcycle. Where'd she go? Oh, I just noticed the health bar at the bottom of the screen over there. You got 4 little, Nina icons over there. Well, usually when asked, she'd say she was going to clear her head or get some air. Always felt her explanations left a bit to be desired.
Objection.
Your Honor, the witness is drawing conclusions. Sustained. Oh! Sorry, did I do something wrong? Miss Fairchild, as a character witness, please try to only describe examples you have observed. The court draws its own conclusions based on what you say. Hold it. Unusual? Given his condition. Condition? No one at the studio had mentioned he had any sort of medical problem. It's from a few years back. Janice was an amnesiac. He had memory problems. I should really try to shut this line of conversation down for now. Because I've had no idea what she might say. These are personal medical concerns. I'm not sure if I can... Janice Duo was considered deceased, devoted. That means... Oh, really? Do you have a death certificate? A coroner's report? As the defense has yet to be furnished with such documentation, if so. No. I think that actually valid him. Miss Fairchild? Are the specifics of Janice Duo's amnesia relevant to this case? You said that happened some years ago. It was not an ongoing problem, no. Janice suffered from amnesia. Oh, that's a later reference.
Hold it.
Well, oh! Different pose. I wonder if that's a sign that it's an important press. Ivona seems such a delicate person, but I can't let this slide unopposed. Oh, come on. Sorry? Your Honor, this is unacceptable. The witness can't just opine like this, even a character witness. She's providing context. She's speaking without basis. Miss Fairchild? You need to provide examples of specific times that this was evident to you and to other observers. I see. Oh, of course. Interviews. Interviews? As successful actors, Janice and Billy were interviewed regularly by media sources. I always felt we should refuse those requests and ask people to interview Amara instead. Amara? Another star in our stable. She handles herself more professionally. Less friction. I see. Sure. Yes, I believe it's important. Very well, witness, can you please add this to your test statement? Well, the obvious here is... Where's the, blah, blah. Hold it. What makes you say that? I always used to dread putting the two of them in a room with an interviewer. Interviewers are incisive. They look for stories, and marital discord would be a great story to break. Is that really true? What are you thinking? Chad is trying to establish motive by painting Millie and Janice as being in a dysfunctional marriage. We never really know what goes on in private between two people, but I think we know enough to suggest that Devona may be being overly negative in her assessment. Present this.
Objection!
Whoa, animated. Devora, you characterize interviews with Millie and Janice as worrisome. They were. But interviewers are so incisive. Why were Millie and Janice celebrated as the sweethearts of Flood City? Well... In fact, every piece of evidence I've seen suggests that they were much beloved by the media. But that's PR. That's the image, the perfect star power couple. I understand the confusion, you see. Jen, step ahead, as always. Most of them are actors. It's their job to put themselves forward in a different light to how they really are. That's just it. Rhoda, you can't just claim that everyone could see a problem when all the evidence suggests that no one could see it. And support that by saying that they were good at masking their feelings. But... I'd heard them arguing in quiet moments of their trailers, I'm certain of it. Sustained, Miss Aquila. Witness, please amend your statement. Overheard raised voices recently for their trailers. Hold it. Raised voices? Not just that even. I believe they fought. Perhaps verbally, perhaps even more. It sounded severe. Do you know what they were fighting about? The trailers are reasonably soundproof. There's someone arguing inside, but I think you'd have to creep up real close to hear what they're saying. I never tried. It would have been rude. It did give me cause for concern for Milia's personal safety. Just Milia's. And Janice's too. I mentioned it a couple of times to Hank, but he dismissed it. What can we get from this here? Do we even have anything here? Answers behind the camera. I mean, unless we present this here. Ma'am, that stand is about twice as high as you are. You're not gonna have a good time trying to peek over it to squeak out your objections, right? So what do you make of this here? Do we just go straight out with Maxie's evidence here? Imagine Nina doing all dramatic finger pointing while obscured from the courtroom by her bench. Yeah, like doing a big arm swing finger point and just, ow, smacking it against the front of the podium. Everyone seems to be kind of engulfed by the surroundings here. That's just the RPG Maker aspect of things here. Concern for your coworkers is noble, Miss Fairchild. You can't help but think that you're reading in more than you can prove. You said they fought a lot. There's no evidence of any kind of physical altercation between them and Bilia's body. There are many forms of abuse, Aquila. Not all of them are physical. Don't dispute that, Hawk. Your witness paints a picture of a dysfunctional marriage between two partners who fight and bicker, in a manner so audible, so severe, to the degree that others around them express concern. Remind the court that the prosecution's aim here is to suggest motive for Bilia's supposed actions. Other sources paint them as having a fairy tale marriage. And we can see that the truth probably lies between those two extremes. Surely you must concede that too. Ms. Aquila raises a fair point. It is true that the lack of physical injuries to Bilia's person does not prove her husband was not abusive. At the same time, all marriages have good times and bad times. I speak from experience with my own late husbands. How many? Husbands? It's not enough to point out to mere arguments and raised voices to suggest a concrete motive for murder. This to me rings of gossip but nothing more. Mr. Hawk, the statement for the witness does not hold sway. It is the court's decision to dismiss this witness at this time. Understood, Your Honor. So, does that mean I leave? It does. Oh, good. Really, I'm sorry. I just said what I thought.
Order.
Leave? It is fair, child. I'm aware that you are not accustomed to the courtroom, but my patience has limits. Please leave the chamber. Prosecution calls Jack Cable to the Okay, straight to it. Mr. Cable. Yes, Your Honor? Yet again, I'm confronted by my inexperience when it comes to your profession. My notes say that you are a studio tech. What do you actually do? It's easiest for me to think of me as the man in the chair. I handle the room that monitors the footage being recorded for the studio, as well as the levels for audio. I also handle the physical hardware to record and archive all of our footage. I see. Your Honor, Mr. Cable was monitoring the scene where the incident took place. Oh, so you have footage of the incident? Not exactly, Your Honor. The equipment experienced a number of power surges during the incident. We're not really sure why. So all our footage was corrupted. Police forensics were given the data yesterday, but they're still looking over it. They're unsure if they're going to be able to restore it to anything of use. But as Jack was monitoring, he saw the incident from his perspective. Yes, I see. In that case, Mr. Cable, are you prepared to make a statement? Yes, Your Honor. And please describe the events as you saw them. Jack Cable's such a painfully on-point name that this man would be a victim in any actual attorney game, right? Millie and Janice got together on set to record the scene. Prep was all done, then the director called for action. I monitored everything closely in monochrome. Millie seemed to go off script almost immediately, after which Millie performed her own costume change into her character Valkyrie Freya. Then Janice performed the costume change into his character as the evil prince. Millie seemed to, well, emit a burst of bright orange flame. Ms. Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. This isn't good. Jack's testimony is appropriate, and I know because I was there. He was sitting in the control room. Can he really have seen everything that he describes? Alright, let's do it. Wait, Freya's in this game? Did she get moitered? No, she's accused of murder. Our client transforms into Valkyrie Freya, so we are defending Freya for the crime of incinerating her husband.
Hold it.
Monochrome, like in black and white. Isn't the show in color? Normally, yes. I understand that this was a creative decision for this emotional scene. I don't know why, I'm not a writer. As the rest of the crew was by the stage, I was monitoring in black and white to get the full effect.
Hold it.
I understand that she does this a lot. Frequently. Surely that it's not notable
Objection.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense is leading the witness. If the witness finds an act notable, then it's notable to him. Sustained. Do not lead the witness to conclusion, Miss Aquila. Okay, that's fair. On, seriously? We try to keep the energy going when filming the show. That means we improvise some of the dialogue, make it sound more natural. It's not normal for an actor to go off script right at the start of a scene. Yep. Into Valkyrie Freya. She changed outfits live on the soundstage. That's right. Milia's costume change is an elaborate affair. The camera feed was momentarily overwhelmed by the light. Typically the flash paper in the costume does that. That's what dazzled the rest of the crew. When the feed returned, Millie was in full costume as Valkyrie Freya. There's that name again. Mr. Cable, can you, in brief, explain who Valkyrie Freya is? In the show, Milia plays a magical girl, like a superhero. Confirmed, Freya confirmed for superhero. And this Valkyrie Freya is her character's alter ego within the narrative. That's correct.
Hold it.
Costume change. That's right. I'm curious, do you know why Janice changed costume at that particular moment? Actually, no. Don't think it was in the script. Your Honor.
Objection.
I can save us all a few minutes, Your Honor, if I may. What is it, Mr. Hawk? Aquila. And if Janice came out with a major deviation with the script, I'm intending to assert that this surprise of this action, the mere shock of it... Gah! That's right. To go further with this infers two things. Firstly, that Milia might have activated the pyro equipment to incinerate Janice purely due to shock and surprise. Secondly, that makes her guilty, even if it was an accident. Standoff. Defense withdraws the question, Your Honor.
Hold it!
Wait. It's monochrome, though. You saw it through the monitor? That's right. I'd assume it came from the pyro equipment. Say that is what he saw. Are you disputing that? You were actually in the room, if I recall correctly. Didn't you see it too? I see orange flames? What do you make of this? It matches what I remember seeing, like, on the day. Ditto. There's nothing wrong with Jack's story on the surface. Could he really have seen everything he claims to have seen from his position in the control booth? Now, the obvious objection point here... First things first, Your Honor, we are having a trial for a non-existent body on the basis of the laws of physics being utterly destroyed. No, that's what the trial is. We're having a trial for the murder of the laws of physics.
Objection!
Mr. Cable, could you provide a bit more info about the flames you saw just before the incident? Like I said, bright orange flames. Gotta assume they're from the pyro system. That's the problem. How could you have witnessed bright orange flames when your display was calibrated to monochrome?
Objection!
Really, Aquila? Of all the techniques...
Order!
Order! We're getting the objection theme, Chad, so shut up. I am the Giga Chad, and you are the pathetic Soy Jack. Miss Aquila makes a fair point. Witness, could you answer her question? Well, our cameras do record in color. That may well be true. We're not talking about the raw footage. We're talking about what you could see on the monitor at the time of the incident. But it's... Sorry, I guess I was mistaken. Please understand I viewed thousands of hours of recording from the booth, with all manner of special effects. Flames looked hot, practically see heat haze on them. Guess I used color as a shorthand to express that. They were genuine flames. I mean, Janice, it happened so fast. Sustained, Miss Aquila. Witness, please amend your statement.
Hold it!
Gone. It's like he vanished once the flames hit him, as if he was incinerated on the spot. The concerning thing is that he left no trace behind. My friend was shaken, Maxie was injured. I've seen a lot in my days in the booth, but nothing like this. What do you make of this? Alright. What do we make of this?
Objection!
Of course, yeah. Jack, I know you mean well, trying to give the most rounded statement possible. You've been asked to give an account from your point of view at the time events occurred. It feels surprisingly realistic that, in this case, we're nitpicking specifics here. But, like, yeah. We have a lot of people who are emotionally close to this, and for the best defense of Milia, we're just kind of nailing them down to the legal specifics. But you only saw Janice for the briefest of moments. And how could you see the effect on Maxie or the crew when your monitor was completely burnt out? I mean, well, I saw an aftermath image later. It's okay, Jack. I'm just trying to rationalize what happened, as we all are. That is not what you saw. Your Honor, the defense moves to dismiss this witness on the grounds of proven unreliability. I see. The prosecution does not object, Your Honor. Goodness, Mr. Hawk, why such expedience? Miss Aquila raises a point that as he was in the control room, Mr. Cable's statement is not totally reliable. However, we feel it establishes enough about events to freely move on to our next witness. Right, well, Mr. Cable, you are dismissed. Okay. The prosecution calls Sarah Hector to the stand. Ah, the director. Even with my limited experience with the world of television, I have some understanding of what you do. Even so, I love Smug Chad. I mean, obviously I'm not a real lawyer, but surely you can still clever. I get your point, but surely you can still. This is surely you can still have normal bench trials in a courtroom with a jury box, right? Like, surely there aren't like jury courtrooms and non-jury. I'm sure there are in some cases, but I just immediately contradicted my point after bringing it up. But like, surely you can have bench trials in a jury courtroom, so it's really that big an issue. Maybe we will have a jury trial somewhere down the line. That'd be interesting to see. But yeah. I'm not sure why I'm here. Were you not a witness to the incident in question? I was there, sure. But I didn't see anything. I find that somewhat difficult to believe. So obviously jury trials exist in this universe, but we are still having a criminal trial with no jury. So that is a fair point. I will retract my earlier objection in that we are having criminal trials with no jury. So the jury trials exist in this world, but we're not having a first-degree murder trial. We're having a first-degree murder trial with no jury. So. Food for thought. During the incident when Millie performed her costume change, I was dazzled. Blinded. By the effects. I wasn't able to see again until shortly after the incident was over. I see. Mr. Hawk? Yes, Your Honor? We are dealing with an incident that took place on a stage, filmed by a camera, but what appears to be nearly the entire staff of this studio. Do you have a question, Your Honor? Never mind. Welcome to my world, Tawny. Miss Hector. Mrs. Oh, I see. Well, Mrs. Hector. Your name rhymes with... Sir. Your name rhymes with director. You're far from the first person to point it out. Sorry, it just seemed unusual. Blame my husband, Your Honor. But fair. Your Honor? As director, Miss Hector was, in effect, in charge on the studio floor. You seemed best placed to explain to us how things went off the rails, as it were. Very well. Are you willing to make a formal statement about the incident from your perspective? I'll do what I can. Get ready to see the word dazzled. What have you ever seen it in your life if you were a VGC player using Dazzling Gleam? When I said action, Milia acted strange, like she was reading from the wrong script. I figured it was just start of season nerves. Seemed to exchange a few words with her bird, Shana, and suddenly launched into her transformation sequence. The light was dazzling. I was totally blind. Then I heard it must have been pyro FX. I started to panic, but kept sucking down the fresh air until my vision came back. I could see again Janice was gone, and Billy was just standing there. Maxie was injured. What a mess. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. I can't help but feel like I'm just finding technicalities here. Still, it's all I can do, at least for now. We can create enough ambiguity in the mind of the judge. Blind us with science!
Hold it!
Is it possible she was given the wrong script? No. While we'd only recently changed what we were filming that day, Millie was definitely informed. no reason to be concerned. Not really. Sometimes we need a few takes to find our groove. Hell, sometimes we spend the whole day and get almost nothing recorded. Though that's pretty rare.
Hold it!
That's a curiosity. She talked to the bird. She does that. But that's part of the show. We dub words over Starna squawks. In the fiction of the show, Starna can speak, so can comment to Mara's bird. Even just in real life, Millie had talked to the bird to help keep it calm during the shoots. So what we're getting here is that Milia is a real magical girl. And that's why she goes out on her bike late at night.
Hold it!
Something I've been wondering about. You say transformation, but really, Milia's wearing the same clothes before and after, both before and after, right? That's right, the clothes just kind of fold out into the new form. Honestly, it's really impressive. But the suggestion here is that Milia used a control device in her costume to activate the pyro effects. Whether she didn't need to transform in order to do that. Objection, Your Honor. Leading. Sustained. It's a cross-examination. Your Honor, I'll rephrase. Sarah, given your expertise, would Millie have as much control over the FX pre-transformation as after? It shouldn't have made a difference. The defense would like the record to make that point very clear. The court recognizes the point you're making, Miss Aquila. Well, that's a small victory, if nothing else. He's already taught me anything about law, that finding technicalities and nitpicking is the essence of practicing law, yep. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can shoot fireballs at the evil prince, who may have been my amnesiac husband all along. So Janice was really an evil prince. Completely. My vision went a bluish purple. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. At the moment I was terrified of permanent damage, but it seemed to pass pretty quickly. I don't get it. Don't you do these shots somewhat frequently? We have different brightness ratings for safety. On days with a lot of FX, or very bright flashes, we issue the crew special FX glasses. Sunglasses, basically. Little sunglasses. Lamp alert! Lamp alert! Oh no, raid alert is not going off. Why is it not going off? Lamp! Lamp, how was the Yakuza? Out. Lamper. Yeah! Your stuff broke too, mood. Oh, that's... Okay. So it's not just me. Gosh dang it. How's it going, Lamp? Lamp, Manji, Jake, hello. How was the Yakuza? Shit's broke. Shit's fucked. I feel like Toph versus Aang. Fuck the Twinkle Toes. Oh no! Is the next case of Yakuza anime to huck off? Honestly, that from what I understand, from what I follow so far, Clever, that might not be out of the question here. This might do a Yakuza parody. I did hear that Twitch broke big time earlier today. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that too. Just real, fucking Twitch shenanigans, failing to connect and whatnot. Hate the enemies that do more dancing than fighting. Oh no! God, Why is there a certain fighting game character that's right on the tip of my tongue, but it's, yeah. Yakuza be like that sometimes. That's true. But yeah. Anyways, you're in time for the trial of a man getting ooh, so my list of games potentially deal with Jake and or Manji. If I'm done, you smell good. The stinky lamp, go rest. Everything of Street Fighter, possibly. God, The only thing I'm thinking of is like someone doing like a breakdancing spin kick. That's the specific thing that happened here. It might have been DJ. Let's be real. In fact, let's investigate that. Dawn stream crash for anyone. I hope it didn't crash. OBS didn't crash. Refreshing fixed it. Okay, good. Scare me like that, Stiggy. IKEA lamp. Is it? Let's see here. Dance. Is that that? Eh, financially brand attached to you. Yes, do it. I dare you. Brand me. Can't speak for others, but certainly I didn't have mine. She's right. No one we spoke to mentioned having these glasses. Good old pyro effects. Let's see. Does he do? Okay, I'm gonna stop digging. Alright, pyro effects. Hold it. How could you been sure it was pyro effects and not something else? Weren't you blinded? I've been doing this job long enough to know what flames sound like. But you can't be certain. I mean, okay, I was blind at the time and couldn't say with absolute certainty. It's just what I expect that kind of thing to sound like from experience. Something about that. Flames.
Hold it!
Dennis was gone, but I'm not even trying to explain it. Once my eyesight cleared up, the spot where he had been standing was empty. But you were blind. Could he have rented the studio? I only lost my sight for a brief moment. The studio is pretty big. But it's not easy to move silently among all those people, cables and equipment on the concrete floor. I wasn't there to see it. What she's saying seems to line up with what the rest of the crew told us. Maybe something about what she said that isn't right. So if we go back here... Pyro FX. What can we say about this? Did we pick up anything about the Pyron 9000? Can we object to this? Robust machine. Kept sucking down the fresh air, but there was no fresh air because...
Objection!
It's Hector. Wondering about something. Described in vivid detail about how you were blinded by the flash, then heard what you believe, with the sounds of the FX system firing up. As best as I can explain. But in that case, haven't you missed something? Mention what you could see. Mention what you could hear. Not what you could smell. Your Honor. Ah, chemistry. Kerosene. Kerosene cosine. Kerosene. As opposed to kerocosine. Or kerotangent. The Pyro 9000 machine is fed by a mixture of chemicals, where the most prominent is kerosene. This burns with a very obvious odor, among with substances like cordite to create the studio FX. The smell of these chemicals is, to put it mildly, pungent. Mrs. Hector, do you recall smelling kerosene in the aftermath of the incident? No, actually I don't. This is preposterous. We interviewed everyone at the scene. Every single person. One person mentioned the smell of something so potent as... Wait. No! Your Honor, it appears the opposing bench agrees with me on this. Thanks, Chad. If no one else in the room could smell kerosene. Good stop now, Miss Hawk. I think I understand your point. Your Honor. Silence, Mr. Hawk. Yeah, silence, Chad. This does indeed cast a shadow on the events that took place. However, prominent scent being left out of the deposition is not in and of itself conclusive proof. But I'm not dismissing your point, Miss Aquila, merely suggesting that this line of questioning may have run its course. Do you agree? Riding high here, let's quit while we're ahead. Yes, Your Honor. The defense rests with regard to this witness. Very well. Miss Hector, you're dismissed. Mr. Hawk, let's keep things moving. Who's next? Lotta Eiffel. Alright. Can you confirm your identity and your purpose for being here? Saves a bit of time, Lotta. I'm Lotta Eiffel, studio security. Miss Eiffel? Lotta would be satisfactory, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Hawk, can you provide context for calling Lotta to the stand, given that we heard all present were blinded? Is she some sort of expert witness? Your Honor? I had originally wanted to call another witness, Maxie LaRue. However, she was hospitalized by the incident and could not make it to court. However, her actions were recorded in CCTV camera footage. Oh, here we go. So I invited Lotta, the studio security person, to walk us through this evidence. I see. How was she involved? Leads to events. Or the night before the incident. Okay, it's go time. Here we go. Lotta, I would like you to comment for the court record on these images recorded the night before the incident. Your Honor. This reminds the prosecution that CCTV footage is not typically a sound basis for conviction. That a material witness unless the footage itself is beyond reproach. Having seen this footage, it's grainy, low resolution, and of extremely low frame rate. The prosecution concedes this. However, we wish to review the footage anyway. Oh boy. Very well. I've spoken to Maxie this morning and prepped for this. I'll see what context I can provide. Go ahead.
Order.
At the studio soundstage. I see Maxie. This was the night before everything happened. Maxie explained she was present at the studio the night in question. I understand she was working late. That's not uncommon. She was in her salon. There's a window that looks out onto the trailer yard, does it not? That's right. But she made her way to the soundstage. Maxie told me that in the thunderstorm conditions going on outside. Oh? Your Honor, surely this is hearsay. Lotta can't testify as to the experiences of Maxie LaRue. It goes against convention. As Maxie LaRue is unavailable to take the stand, I will allow this to continue. However, I warn the prosecution, limit your statements to what is verifiable in this footage. Or directly told to you by Maxie herself. Ms. Aquila, please speak up if you feel the prosecution doesn't respect this. Understood, Your Honor. Hopefully that'll keep Chad in check. Maxie told me that in the thunderstorm conditions going on outside, between flashes of lightning, you saw Amelia outside through the window. Your Honor, the CCTV does not show the trailer yard outside. Also, there are other qualities to this photo that could be discussed. They are more observable in an earlier photo from the same camera.
Order.
Lotta, can you describe what you see in this picture? Lotta? It looks like Milia in her magical girl costume.
Order.
And what does she appear to be holding? See, I'm the mind that they're pulling some Max Galactica here. Where the magical girl costume maketh the facsimile. What does she appear to be holding? Acceptable, Your Honor. Prosecution is leading the witness.
Objection.
Your Honor, we have spoken to an expert at the VRP studio. Millie is holding an ammo pack for pyrotechnics equipment on the studio soundstage. In fact, if I'm to play this footage in its entirety... At this point in a short length of time, perhaps without anything happening, then... That doesn't make sense. Millie could have been skulking around inside the soundstage. I spoke to Maxie. She said that when she was outside, she had heard Milia in Janice's trailer. Even if Maxie said that, the witnesses have already established something today. The trailers are relatively soundproof enough to prevent overhearing casual conversation, at least without standing up to one with a glass or something similar, and stacked up against photographic evidence to the contrary. Your Honor, the prosecution poses a difficult-to-accept but seemingly self-evident conclusion at this juncture. That Lydia Norton knowingly and willingly prepared the machine to incinerate her husband. Well, that's a lie! Silence, Mrs. Norton. This is impossible! Mrs. Norton, I will have order. I will hold you in contempt of court. Wait. Could Lydia have even done this? Just some evidence that suggests Billy would have struggled to carry out this plan. That is a pair and Hank has a pair, so someone stole them from Hank. Your Honor, I want to understand after talking to the studio about their safety procedures. Will you follow that thought any further, Miss Aquila? Please look at this. Your point being, look closer. Zoom and enhance! Right? No. He's carrying a set of keys in this picture. Please. Mrs. Norton. Mrs. Norton, please turn to face me. Mrs. Norton. Amelia. Yes, Your Honor. What do you think they're talking about? I don't know, but I don't think it's good. Look at him. Smug, sanctimonious. Days where I have on a nice simple case where I get to have the super obvious answer and easy CCTV footage. Chad can struggle to find the answers by becoming a rodeo clown or something. I believe it is time to draw these proceedings to a close. Your Honor, I must protest. On what grounds? If my client wishes to change her plea after a momentary discussion, I will ask for a short recess. She has not. Well, I have yet to cross-examine Lotta Eiffel. Do you wish to? Do I? As a matter of process, I feel like I should insist. What can I hope to gain? I can't dispute Chad's video footage, and Lotta's words line up with what Maxie told me. Save for some weird stuff about seeing a magic light. Probably best the court doesn't hear that. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Excuse me? Defense rests, Your Honor. So where do we go from here? In that case, the idea that Billy was able to arm the studio's equipment to fire at the right time, since incinerating her husband, is far-fetched, but plausible. After reviewing the facts of this case, along with the compelling evidence put forward by Mr. Holland, it's clear that any reasonable person would consider Mrs. Norton guilty of murder. So sorry, Billy. Really tried. Shut up, Chad. Shut up, Chad. And yet, so many aspects of this incident bear strange qualities. The incident took place at a location that is designed to bear high-quality movie footage. And yet we have no such footage, viewed by countless witnesses, who are all incapacitated. That Billy's motive for murder seems suspect at best, and the director's statements seem to lack certain critical facts about the way the equipment works. At the same time, Mr. Janice Duo is nowhere to be found, and appears, for all intents and purposes, to be dead. Did we really do it? Wait for it. Since I'm able to render a verdict this time, I suggest that we adjourn for the day. Judges are urged to investigate further and restate their cases. Shall reconvene the day after tomorrow. Well, goddamn. Course adjourned. This Tawny clearly has a, at least has a good heart for Milia's plight. We made it, this far. Oh, come on. It's that thing you're always saying about celebrating Victor. Miss Aquila. Oh? Before you leave, I would like to see you here for a moment. In private. You heard her. No sweat. Good for the rest of the day. Could go meet up with Atalanta. Say hi for me. I wonder what Judge Tony wants. Does me feel about chat like? I don't think so. Alright. Someday we will testify. I'm gonna sit in your chair. Get used to this. Wait. Is that a cup holder? Hey. Who's yelling at me? Alright. You wanted to speak with me? That's right. When Randall said he'd arrested a TV star, I wondered of what crime she could possibly be accused. I had no idea it would be as severe as murder. Randall? Oh, Flatfoot? You mean Detective Flatfoot? We spoke, actually. He was in charge of the crime scene, but it was strange. He left pretty quickly. I saw him later at the hospital. I see. You must not have heard. Oh? Heard what? Randall's daughter is a long-term patient at that hospital. Oh! She has leukemia. Oh, no. He has good reason to make a swift exit. Oh, gosh. I had no idea. He seems a little abrupt. Well, now you know why. Keep it in mind, Your Honor. Right now, my focus is entirely on the welfare of my client. You certainly have a knack for picking a forlorn hope, Miss Aquila. Aquila Defense in Law is an open-door policy, Your Honor. Admirable. There are only two types of people who would take on a case that's so seemingly ironclad as Medea Norton's. You'd have to either be hopelessly naive, or you just believe her. That was uncalled for. Miss Aquila, I do what I can to foster an air of fairness. Do not mistake that for heartlessness. I've been doing this now for a long time. Over that chair I have gazed down into the well of the court, into the eyes of countless defendants of all ages, genders, and backgrounds. In that time I have seen goodness that cowered in darkness, and evil that strolled amid the light. And when you look at Milia, you see something else entirely. That girl appears completely lost. Let's not tally with the matters of which she stands accused. Lost like... innocent? Nice try. I am not prone to using up more of the court's time on a mere whim. There is more to all these events than meets the eye, of that I am entirely certain. Smart lady. When you sent Anya Miller to jail, did you look into her eyes? I did. Remember her face and name like everyone I've sent down. It seems only proper. Did she look lost? No. When Anya confessed, she spoke confidently. I had no reason to doubt her words. I see. Miss Aquila, let me tell you a story. Oh? Another protege, a golden child who studied at the feet of the master. This young woman worked directly for Taryn Kestrel, the DA, we've heard that name before. I remember that name. They were inseparable, and together formidable. They worked like this for years. Then suddenly, after a high-profile case, a victory even, this young protege left the prosecutor profession altogether. This young woman, was that Anya Miller? Very good, Miss Aquila. Anya walked out of the prosecutor's office and never looked back. It's my understanding that she and Taryn Kestrel haven't casually spoken since. What was that case about? That last one was at which she acted as prosecutor. Oh? It was of a businessman who stood accused of murdering his son. Krantz, that was his name. It was quite the scandal at the time. Why are you telling me all this? Because you started a bright career, Miss Aquila. Truly, you're a rising star, but you're fiercely loyal, and I just want you to reflect on this, on being sure that loyalty isn't misplaced. Your point being, Anya was your teacher, and she always had the demeanor of a big sister. She was a great attorney. Before all that, she was a person as flawed as anyone else. Try to keep that in mind. I wish you the best with your ongoing investigation, but for now, I take my leave. Man, this whole day's been a lot to process. Krantz. What do you even make of that? That name's familiar somehow. Anya walked out of the prosecutor's office and never looked back. My understanding that she and Taryn Kestrel haven't casually spoken since. Anya, what happened? What did you do? We go night night. The birds! Huh? The birds? Not the birds! Dylan, is that you? Like Dylan didn't come back last night. Wonder where he is. Sound came from my office. Bird? Has the pandemic started? Oh no! What the? That's a Morris bird. How did it even get in here? I got better things to do. I just have to try and catch it. Alright, come here, you. Andy's picture. Rude. Thanks much, Birdie. Looks like you managed to break. What the? This picture is folded within the frame. Huh? She's much younger here than I've ever seen her. That third woman is the DA, Taryn Kestrel. But who's the middle woman? Strange Anya. Woo! Guess I'll just have to wait until we return Bird Brain over there. Woo! Hey, less of that. Otherwise I'm gonna need to get some earplugs. Woo! Did you seriously just... Woo! Oh, come on, Nina, get together. Birdie, got a name. Comet. Woo! Oh, Comet. I guess at least you'll serve as a conversation starter with Amara. Think you could stay still for 10 minutes while I try to get dressed? I can take you back to your owner. Good birdie. We all about to be devoured. Is Comet gonna steal our soul because he's secretly the fucking the Cube of this magical girl universe? Let's collect that bird. What? Did Feather Beta seriously turn on the TV? When people think to approach any bikers they spot in groups within city limits. The mayor has asked citizens not to approach groups of bikers if they spot them within city limits. Be on the guard about seemingly unrelated series of explosions that have occurred this past week. Wow. Wow. I hope Dylan and Atalanta are okay. Okay, my feathered friend, time to get you back to Amara. Woo! Comet has joined your party. I bet you'll be at the studio. Let's start there. We got a bird friend now. Time to browse Reddit today. Putting you in the fridge. You can live in the fridge, Comet. Go piss, girl. Go ride on Dylan's bike. Oh, I can't. Actually, look at that. Alright, very good. Ding. That's Mrs. Holloway's office, the first floor tenant. It's a financial advisor, I think. Something to do with investments. Bit of a battle. Best to disturb her. Hey, Birdie, let's head to the studio. Here's the fucking explosion. It's still on fire. No reason to go back to the casino. What is that there? Ah, great. In the wreckage of these weird explosions and the construction vehicles, there's no direct way to the studio. We need a long way around. We need to go through Centrum Park. Woo! Alright. Centrum Park, day 3. Should be okay. Just keep going and cut through to the other side. Woo! Well, this is neat. Arrows. Strange. Hmm? It's kind of quiet. Usually you come to the park in the morning, you'll see joggers, cyclists. Actually, this one time, Anya and I... I'm talking to a bird. Let's just get this done. What was that sound? Oh, just some kids. They look a little young to be running around the park on their own with everything that's going on. You two okay? Were you playing some kind of game? We're running away from the monster! Monster, huh? Giant red RPG Maker asked. It's like a mean old thing with teeth and claws? No, silly monsters don't look like that. Oh? I certainly realize, kid. And what does it look like? Like that! What? Oh wow, they were being serious? Woo! Kids, get behind me. Yeah. Oh, what is that thing? Get out of my way. Not gonna happen. Ow. Ugh. Oh wow, that really stings. Lady, you okay? No, I never give you to slime in their breakfast. Now move. I won't let you hurt them. Is your mommy nearby? She lives just outside the park, back this way. Run, now. I'll stop till you get to her. Ugh, go. You're gonna regret this. What? Oh my god. What the? What is going on? Only I brought my Dragon Fantasy Arena cards. We'll just have to eat you instead. The city will name it for the great Malfara. Oh boy. I don't like the look of this. No, you know what's gonna happen. Guard your tongue, vile fiend. Guard your tongue, vile fiend? Oh, who said that? It was I, Comet. You can talk? Why didn't you? Young lady, I appreciate the suddenness of this predicament. That puts on something of an accelerated schedule. Just throw out that you're an actual, factual talking bird and your only follow-up is get over it. Time is short. Nina Aquila, I came to you because you're a defender of justice, hero to the downtrodden, and pure of heart. You just used your own body to shield and defend two children from a monster. Your heart is pure in the ways which matter. Don't worry about the yaoi. That's all great, but I can give you the power we need to defeat these creatures, but only if you accept what I say. Oh, let's eat them both. Fine, I accept. And take the sacred feather. There it is, the sacred feather. Now raise it aloft and repeat these words as I whisper in thy ear. Ah, boy. Oh, boy. By this oath I will keep secret the strength that I am given, and use it only in pursuit of justice. The power of this sacred feather. I call upon the favor of Brynhilder, Valkyrie of armor and strength. Valkyrie, transform! Here we go. Magical Girl Era, go! Sick! Wow, we got wings! Holy shit! This feels amazing! I think I could run 100 miles and still go 10 rounds with a heavyweight champ! Wait. Why is my armor a two-piece? It's high-level armor. Plus the form is guided by your subconscious. On some level, you must have wanted it to look this way. It does look pretty kick-ass. Oh, get him! Oh, those things! Defend yourself! I'm blind! Good. The flash for your transformation is soaring to these ruffians. Follow me, forthwith! What about them? On due course, young Valkyrie. Quick lesson seems to be in order. Quickly, this way! And now what? The power of the sacred feather, you have taken on a match of great power. You are now much stronger and hardier than any normal human. But you need to practice before you take on the forces of Niflheim. How do we do that? These trash cans. Destroy them to get accustomed to your Valkyrie slash. Oh boy, you can move and attack. These others are confused with the keyboard control. Just using the OK button. Oh shit. Oh, those are just trash cans. Yes, and you vanquished them adequately. You didn't notice I'm an attorney. I can't go around murderizing things. Even if they are, well, monsters. Yes, get yourself forged for the evil queen Malfara's magic, twisted and bent to her will. Believe me, you are doing them as much a favor as the children you just saved. Understood. Difficulty selection. Oh boy. Battle of forces of evil. Challenge mode. Cinematic mode. Attacking. Sure. Challenge, obviously. But it's possible to fail. Yes. Now. Okay, I was not expecting this. Let's go teach those slimes a lesson. All right, go, go, go! Get over here! Get over here! Yeah, rip! I was not expecting a Streets of Rage and Trash Can Chicken. Okay, wait. Over here. Squish. Over here. Death. Alright, what's next? Go! 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 Consume the chicken. Kill the traffic cone. Traffic cone contains floor. Oh shit, more of you. Oh my god, there's a lot of slimes! Oh my god, there's a lot of you! Okay, I have AoE attacks. Get me out of here. Stop being squished. Perish. Woo! Stage clear! I was not expecting that. Flat out Streets of Rage style. Marvelous, simply marvelous. Magnificent even. How do you feel? Understandable. How do I feel? How do I feel? So it's real? Why, yes. All of it? I mean, mostly. Perhaps if you put your head between your knees. But what exactly? Just I'm told it can help. Okay, I think I've got a little of that. I'm truly sorry about this. It makes a difference knowing that we don't reveal the truth to someone unexpectedly. Someone your age. I see. But I must say, you're coping better than most. You just screamed for 5 straight minutes. Those are, in your manner of speaking, rookie numbers. When people are first exposed to magic. It's not my first rodeo. I know the Brotherhood of Ishtar. Oh, Ramus. Rabius, how's he been? Let's not get sidetracked. Yes, evil card game cults are real too. Let's not get sidetracked. So the Valian Valkyries, even the evil Queen Malfara, they're real. It's a long story. In fact, touch your head to mine and I'll see what I can explain. Oh? Years ago, Malfara, the Great Deceiver, defied the powers of Asgard and was cast down to Niflheim, the realm of despair. Their powers grew, And hidden from Asgard's gaze, she styled herself queen of that cursed realm. A great and terrible queen of despair. Felt the despair of humankind. All negativity and loss fueled her, made her more powerful. When she had power enough, she kidnapped creatures of Midgard. Midgard is Earth, by the way. She kidnapped creatures of Midgard and turned them into monsters and tried to conquer the realm, starting here. Here? You mean Earth? Time to conquer Earth! I mean Flood City. But why? Even a journey of 1,000 miles has to begin with a single step. So, gotta start somewhere. Effectively, yes. Even what might happen, but bound not to interfere directly by ancient law, the Valkyries of Asgard sent I, Comet, and my partner Stana, to Midgard. We were tasked with finding 5 special young women who could be trusted to fight the battle that the Aesir could not. They use NDAs to keep people quiet. How are we feeling about actually real magical girls? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I mean... Okay, yeah, that felt like day one actually set up pretty effectively. That something happened. That something actually magical happened. And you found them. Not right away. We were caught in a storm between the realms and separated. Stana was hurt and lost her memory. Sounds rough. It's unfortunately common in bad crossings between the realms. We thought Stana was lost. Then I met the 15-year-old Amara Walker, who at the time was attending Fledged Prep. That's the most prestigious school within the city limits. Her family must be... You came for money, certainly. When monsters tried to kidnap some of the students of her school, Amara chose to help stop them. I gave her a sacred feather, and she assumed the powers of Valkyrie Hrund, a lady of grace and beauty, gifted with the powers of ice. Ice? This fantastic figure skater, there was thematic cohesion. I don't quite get... Unbeknownst to us at the time, Stana had also made contact with the also 15-year-old Lydia Norden. This art is cute. This art is real cute. Stana intervened when Milia was attacked just like you were today. She gave Milia a sacred feather, and she assumed the mantle of Valkyrie Freya, warrior queen of light. But she was still separated. For a time, but soon we reformed and the girls worked as a pair. We began recruiting 3 more girls. And one by one, the entire team came together as the Valiant Valkyries. We don't actually know the other 3, do we? Together they used their powers to protect Midgard from Malthara, who at all times tried to sow despair. And then what happened? Well, the magical war raged for 7 years. Most weeks Malthara would hatch some sort of diabolical scheme to try and create greater despair. One week, she hypnotized all the people in the city to refuse any marriage proposals. At the time, she made it that no one could ever plug in a USB or HDMI cable without directly looking at it. That week, she had a monster create haunted ice cream that... Beg your pardon, but none of these seem like world-ending scenarios. The first was merely a preamble, the first salvo in the war. Finally, Malthara pulled all her magic and from it birthed her most terrible weapon of all. Her son! Evil Prince Kakon! Kakarot arrived in this very park at the head of an army of monsters. The girls fought him and his creatures right out to the streets, where in a moment of triumph. Milia defeated him with an attack so powerful a nearby building crumbled, and he was crushed in the rubble. But Malthara was still at large. Surely, I'm getting to that. Some of the girls wanted to leave it there, thinking this terrible blow might cause Malthara to end her campaign. But Amara was certain this would only strengthen her resolve. Girls hatched a plan. Stana opened a portal to Niflheim and the girls stepped through. There they fought their way to the Palace of Darkness and confronted Malthara in her lair. They clashed when all hope seemed lost. Milia destroyed Malthara's scepter. Without it, Malthara could not astral project or scare away faraway things. If she wanted to continue her campaign, she would need to travel to Midgard and do it face to face. But she was also gravely injured, giving the girls a chance to escape. So they won. Not too shabby. Yes, the war was won, but at great cost. Comet said that. I felt a wave of grief unlike anything I'd ever known. Ah, that's why you don't know the other 3 girls, because they died. Great cost. But now all that matters is that they didn't leave Niflheim unscathed. All of us lost something that day. How poetic. What do you mean? You can post-rationalize it any way you want, Comet. Where I'm standing, you recruited 5 impressionable 15-year-old girls and treated them as soldiers. Surely you could understand the problem with that. We gave them the powers to protect your world in the only way that we could. Power you yourself freely accepted only moments ago. Acted for the good of the realms. Or thought I just not answer to you. Gonna let that go. For now. But the incident happened at the studio Mara sent you to follow Shtana. What happened? Shtana opened a portal to Niflheim? For goodness sake, why? I don't know. I suspect whatever the answer is, that it might resolve a number of mysteries. I followed her but lost sight of her in the crossing, and by the time I reached the realm of despair, she was nowhere to be found. Time travels slower there, so for me, not much time has passed since your incident. Okay. It's time to talk to Amara. So in theory, they could have opened up a portal that's Niflheim and sent Janice away there. Shtana opened up a portal to Niflheim and just dropped Janice through it, so we didn't get incinerated by whatever plot was trying to kill him. No. Why not? After we defeated Malfara, the girls all gave up their powers. Like I said, the end of the magical war took a toll on everyone. Mother said she never wanted to talk about this stuff again. I bring it up, she jokes as if it wasn't like an imaginary game played by kids. Fine. Let's talk to Milia. No. Why not? Just like you, Milia took an oath to safeguard the secrecy of our powers. She denied knowledge up until the very end. She could be about to face the death penalty. It wouldn't be the first time she defended this secret in the face of death. Can't I just transform and show her? You think you can do that without anyone else seeing? There's gotta be someone else who might be able to help. Someone's gotta have known the girls for long enough to have some idea about all of this. I think I know who he can speak to. You think so? Just hope he's at the studio. Well, okay. Rawr. Seems quiet. No one's here. Well, the lights are off up there. Pretty fair to say no one's around. It's locked. Guess Lotta hasn't opened up yet. She'll be along soon, I'm sure. If we hang about for a little while, she's bound to turn up. Hey, Comet. This poster's of Malfara, right? Of her character in the show, yes. What's the difference? Well, in real life, no one knows how Malfara truly appears. You don't know what she looks like. I thought you said that the Valkyries confronted her face to face at the end of the war. Malfara is a mistress of illusion. She can use that to appear however she wishes. So we have no idea if the Malfara we picture here really is her true appearance. So if that's true, that means Malfara could have impersonated Milia, or Mara, or even Janice Duo. Sorry to make your train of thought, but that's not how it works. Why not? In our experience, Malfara can take the form of a person, but she's unable to duplicate or clone someone perfectly, someone you know quite well. So she could vanish into a crowd of people, but not, for example, impersonate your friend, or co-worker, or spouse. Though that had the chilling effect of always making us wary of new people with whom we got involved. I see, that must have been a problem. The show's not complete fiction, though. Malfara feeds on people's despair and tries to create more. And with her magic, she can curse innocent people, as well as kidnap people and animals and turn them into monsters. Who plays Malfara on the show? She's entirely computer animated. She's one of the few things on the show that's made in that way. They outsourced it to an effects house who also handles dubbing her voice with a voice act. True to how the show works, she's not on screen all that much. I can hear someone. Eh? Oh, hi. Let's talk to Lada. So, good morning. Hi there. Continuing with your investigation. I word, but the doors to this town soundstage are locked and I'm looking for Hank. I see. Hank told most of the studio staff to take the morning off due to everything that's happened. I think that lawyer wanted to talk to him, so they should both be around. You mean Chad Hawk? That's the guy. I'll lock the doors. So they just lock themselves up there? Check the trailer yard. He bet's just parked up. Do I need to take the viral test before I can go in? Ah, no. Honestly, a big part of that was trying to keep a lid on our insurance premiums. After what happened, that sort of precaution is like trying to whisper amid a thunderstorm. Got it. Good luck with your investigation. Okay. Empty ammo pack? Alright. Are you out here? Trailer yard, day 3? Let's see. Oh, great. Chad. Let's see if we can get some time with Hank. Aquila. Chad. Aquila. Chad. Aquila. Chad. Hey, Nina. We need to talk. We're not done. Yeah, can you give us just a minute? Take a walk around the parking lot and I'll call you when I can. Bye. As soon as you're able. Will do. After that, it'd be good if I could look through the 3 trailers. So. Chad wants to look inside the trailers. Are they open? Regardless of all this magical girl stuff, I still need to keep investigating the case. Plus, I wonder what else I can find. I take a moment to look around. Wonder. Locked. This is Milia's trailer. Those seems locked. We need the key to get inside. Maybe once he's done with Chad, Hank can open them up. What's this trailer? Locked. Oh, this seems different to the other. It's locked with a keypad that takes a 4-digit code. Maybe Hank knows it. I'll find out what he's done with Chad. Okay. Mara's trailer. It seems locked. This was damaged. What happened? What happened here? This area's all marked out with what looks like hazard tape. It's covered in burn marks. Also, maybe Hank can explain this. Hey, Nina. Chad's gone. Ran into him when I was driving into the parking lot, so he just came straight through. He's gone to get some coffee before he gets started. I see. What's this thing on the ground? This? It's our testing platform. Testing? And we just park here, too. The team used it to test out different chemical compounds for our visual effects. There was a lot of fire and mini explosions, pyro work. These slabs are all made of a special silicon compound. They're flame-proof. I'm sure that wasn't why you came down to see me, though. Oh, right. The truth is, couldn't you? Woo! Fine, I'll beat around the bush. Known Millie and Mara for the longest time, right? Years. Why? So why is Comet with you? I'm sure it's ups and downs of friendship with people like that. Actors? Soldiers. Comet, don't tell me. It was unavoidable, Hank. So you do know. You were attacked by monsters in broad daylight. But still, couldn't you have gotten Amara to help? Amara doesn't want to deal with this stuff. I think if needed the powers of Valkyrie Brynhilde. That's not gonna go down well. You think I had a choice? Okay, back it up. Hank, I want an explanation and I want it now. How did you end up making a TV show about the exploits of several real magical girls? Okay. Ah, okay, so... I've always known that the girls were Valkyries. Yep, there's the 5. So, blue-haired, black-haired, and orange-haired for the other 3. I've always known that the girls were Valkyries. Millie, Amara, and later Erica, Danny, and Kiara. We met many years ago. How? It was cursed by a monster created out of Malthara's magic. It's embarrassing. I transformed to wearing an armored bikini less than an hour ago. I'm sure you can manage. The curse made me terrified of all women. Under it, they look like nightmarish monsters. Okay, I can see why that might be somewhat humiliating. Cost me my then girlfriend. Fair. It's pretty typical of Malthara's smaller schemes to try and create despair. It lasted a week. I wish I nearly took my own life. Oof. The incel curse. Oh. Oh. True. The Valkyrie saved me. Destroyed the monster, and I was free of the curse. But in doing so, I accidentally found out who they were. It was a problem. I'm starting to see why you were so determined to protect Milia. The Saino Uta incel curse. Oh, yeah. The Saino Uta maidenless curse, yeah. I told the girls that for saving my life, I'd do anything I could to help them. However, at first, there wasn't really much I could do. We were still busy with the magical war. When that was all over, the girls gave up their powers. Problem is, being a magical girl doesn't exactly pay, and you can't put it on your resume either. Suddenly, they were just a normal bunch of young women in their early 20s, with no job history. So you created a TV show about their secret double lives. Surely that would violate their oath of secrecy. It's actually the ultimate disguise. Nobody would assume that the actor who plays a superhero on TV was actually a superhero. Girls had literally years of adventures upon which to base stories. We do 10 seasons before we'd have to start making new material. Plus, Millie and Amara are unique people. Amara is Amara, and Millie has her own eccentricities, like her habit of vanishing in the middle of the night and with her motorbike. People expect actors to be eccentric types, so it just works. We essentially just created a show bible for a summarized version of their adventures. The studio bought it right away. I recruited the flirty dozen and got to work. But only Amara and Milia joined you. The others took different paths. My ears deceive me? Was there a tinge of sorrow in how he said that? Comet's impression is that they died in the Magic War. They took different paths. Hank might be covering for that, but in any case, now you know how this all came about. Why was Chad here? He wants to look into trailers. Do you want to too? I really need to talk to Amara. If Chad wants to investigate the trailers, I should probably do so as well. They all lost something. Yeah, they all lost something and never said they died. That's fair. We can't get in Janice's, though. Janice's role in this is as the amnesiac evil prince. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Janice's trailer is a 4-digit code lock. It was only fit recently. You know the code? Sorry, no. I meant to write it down, but didn't get the chance. Maybe I can contact the manufacturer. But don't hold your breath. At least you have access to Mabara's and Milia's trailers. I have to call Chad Hawk to say that he can examine them too. Anything else before I do that? He forgore. I said there was an awkward question thrown up by the trial. Hank, I need to ask about your keys. The CCTV showed Milia using a set of keys to access the weapons locker. But Cat Wheel says that the only keys belong to you and her. She had hers in her possession and wasn't at the studio that night. I see where you're going with this, but I can't help you. Keep them in my jacket. There's this jacket I'm wearing right now. It normally hangs in my office. I was wearing it while I was out on a date. Alright, Milia mentioned that. I hate to intrude on your privacy, but if I don't ask you first, then Chad Hawk almost certainly will. Can your date corroborate that? Can't they confirm that you were out? Who are you with? I wanted to avoid this. This was always going to come out eventually. I was with Devona? Your co-worker? You don't approve? I didn't say that. Look, Devona might seem a bit flighty, but we've worked together for years and she's always been there for me. It was just our first date, so I didn't want to jinx it. We walked out to a nearby sushi place, then the movie theater. He lying. Afterwards I saw her to a cab, and then I walked home. Got it. Oh, he lying. So I know it might be unavoidable, but please only tell those who actually need to know. Understood. Anyway, if that's all, I'm gonna go call Chad. Best of luck with the trailers at Amara. The magical, godlike powers. Very funny. I guess now we investigate the trailers before Chad does. Alright. I think we'll do this and then we'll call it a night. Hey, Nina. Hey, Dylan's here. Now he shows up. You've been replaced by a talking bird. Hey? Is that all you've got to say? Sorry, Atalanta's got a bit of a situation. I know that. And can you get off my back? There's all sorts going on around the city. That's why. And you could at least have called and left a message. Been up all night and I've been no mood to argue. Can we just move on? Well, are you okay? Fine. We still weren't able to find Ice Pick. Atalanta's partner. Not just him either. A bunch of the bikers seem to have just up and vanished. Atalanta's trying to round up a few of the leaders to see if they can do some kind of hit count. What's going on here? Okay, so... Woo! Oh, great. Is that a Mars bird? She's called Comet. Woo! Mostly though, it's too much to explain. We just got access to Amara and Milia's trailers. Need to talk to Amara when I get the chance. Let's get to it. Yeah! Now let's check out these trailers. Got a full party. We'll check out both of these, then we'll call it a night. This is Milia's trailer. Looks... cozy. Tidy, too. So what are we looking for? Honestly, anything we can use. Let's get started. Bio tests. Same ones we had to take when we first got access to the studio. Guess the star Milia must be really self-conscious about her health. I guess. Kitchen area? Tidy? Fridge, nothing unusual. Okay, driver's seat. Controls. Lights, aircon, seems pretty typical. 2 acting awards. Just by the inscriptions, these were for previous seasons of Valkyrie. 2 years running, huh? By all outward signs, Milia is a very talented actress. Ding! Oh, this drawer's open. It's peeking out. Looks like some sort of document. What is it? What's wrong? It's an insurance policy. It means it was notarized just over a week ago. It promises a large payout in the event that Janice were to die. Oh! Brian, well, that's not a big deal. I'm not sure Chad would dismiss it so quickly. Yeah, but Millie and Janice were a famous power couple. But every celebrity insures their spouse for a lot of money. That's actually very astute. I'm not just a pretty face. Still, it's a good job we found this. Chad could raise it in court and could help support a motive. At least now we're ready for that. Photo of Millie and Janice on their wedding day. Oh, they all look so happy. Idyllic even. Well, still, it's not like that'll convince the court. It's writing on the back. Left to right says that Maxie was sold in the camera. Alright. And a date. It's the date of their wedding and the anniversary. A date. A date? Does it have 4 numbers? Yeah, it was about a year ago. Why? Just make a note of those 4 numbers. I'm gonna need them. Alright. Got it. Clothes horse. There's a sticky label on it. Costume returned to wardrobe. Didn't Hank say Millie usually keeps her costume in the trailer? Must have been taken back to the wardrobe department while all this was going on. In that case, should we check out the wardrobe department? Put that on the list. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Oh, this drawer's open. Let's peek it out. Looks like it's made of plastic. What's this? This be? I think it's a...
Wait!
A viral test? Huh? Oh, of course. It's a different brand, but there are 2 lines in a little window. Oh, no. She's pregnant. Which I guess means positive? Pregnant. Pregante. Pregante. Pregnante. Pregnante. So Millie is sick? But she hasn't told anyone. She certainly didn't mention it to us. Gregante. Gregant. If she's fully vaxxed, might not have hit her that hard. Maybe. Maybe she didn't want to throw the schedule? Pregant. This is bad. How so? Jan needs to prove opportunity that Millie's attack on Janice was premeditated. Pargnit. Pregat. It's easier if you can show that Millie ignored something. I want to find to change the schedule. I need to talk to Millie about this later. Pregnant. What's up? Thanks for telling me that they're done with this trailer. Try one of the others. Pregnate. Alright, Mara next. Oh, is this a Mara's trailer? Let's get started. What the hell's that one down there? Wow, here's a lot of snacks. It's like a convenience store fridge unit. Must be nice. Hey, good night. I took on pretty typical. Empty. Oh, bottom one has a few things that I believe are Devonas? 4 acting words. They're described. Best newcomer, special recognition. 2 for best supporting actress. Mara and Millie became actors at the same time, right? 4 words at that time is kind of amazing. Guess Mara's whole diva shtick is entirely unjustified. Times 4. Bed. Quite ramshackle. Seems to be the only thing in this place that's like that. Devona. I don't suppose. I think Devona sleeps here. You think so? Judging by the way Amara treats her, I bet she's at her beck and call. You know, I heard people talk about Devona while on my way over here. And sure, she's actually Amara's PA? I think she just got browbeaten into it. Oh, sick. Script notes? Scripts for upcoming episodes with handwritten notes. What sort of notes? Strange. Wait a sec. These notes are as if Amara was rehearsing Milia's lines. Are you sure? Oh, definitely. There are even catty comments about how she would run them differently to Milia's likely interpretation. They're, well, mean. I thought Milia and Amara were friends. A bit of light ribbing is one thing. Some of these comments aren't the sort of thing that a friend says. Would Amara rehearse Milia's lines? I don't know. Might be important. Amara, Janice, and Milia, posing with what looks like the rest of the crew. Another one. It's just weird. Does it look like there's some distance between Amara and Milia and Janice in this picture? Well, yeah, they aren't standing together. I didn't mean it that literally. I saw that written on the back. It says that Lotta Eiffel took the photo. Must be nice to have your own ensuite. I guess you know how that feels. I get what you're saying. Somehow it's not the same. Carpet's a choice. I guess this way, Mara walks the red carpet every time she gets out of bed. What's this? What the? Oh, is that what I think it is? Oh la la. Looks like a top shelf magazine called Milkers. Looks to be last month. And you know that how? From the cover. I didn't show you the cover. I've seen it. In my possession. You buy pinup girly mags. Hey, don't take shame. Besides, the articles are pretty good. Yeah, sure, right. Look at the word, it seems pretty tame content-wise. Oh yeah. It might sound like it's from the name, but it's pretty classy. Just pinups, swimsuit pictures, glamour shots, they're called gravure. Familiar with the terminology? Still, I wonder why Mara has this. Did it occur to you that maybe she just likes it? I guess. Drawers open. Bound document. A shooting schedule? Wait. This is the schedule for the upcoming season, but it's been doctored. There are edits all over the pages in marker pen. What kind of edits? It's almost like like Amara was working out how the shooting schedule would change if Amara became the lead actress. Oh, wow, but wait, why would you do that? I don't know. It's a possible motive. Curious. Those horse, sticky label on it. Got to return to wardrobe. Alright, we gotta go back to wardrobe. What else can we get from this? Wrong leave-in conditioning. Oh, this was what Amara seemed to be practically losing her mind over? Seems Devona brought the wrong type. Doesn't seem like that big a deal. You get someone with hair like mine. Come on now, I saw that face you pulled when she called you short. I won't defend how she was acting. Getting the right product is really important. I think I maintained this do with power of positive thinking. Seems like it's the only bottle here. Mar must have run out of some of her hygiene products at the same time. Oof, she has some of my sympathy. And she might not be able to wash her hair for several days. What's up? Alright, done here. And lastly... 0301. It opened! Relinquished item. Wedding date. Oh, we're here. Okay, they're all in the same frame here. The trailer belonged to Janice. Got it. Let's look around. A jukebox. Not just any jukebox. This is a classic from the 50s. Are they expensive? To buy? I mean, you can find them cheap. To keep them in working order requires regular maintenance by an expert. Interesting. Page. Millie and Janice with a crew. There's writing on the back. There's an event to celebrate the show's new season. It was taken a couple months ago. Apparently Hank was holding the camera. Alright. Bookshelf. The craft of acting. Arcade machine. Looks like it's a Japanese import. That's oblivious. Janice has a real taste. You're gonna be a pretty hardcore arcade gamer to get one of these. But to look on auction sites and deal with an importer. Seeing a few things that characterize Janice as not the type to shy away from a long-term project. This definitely qualifies. Wedding ring? What do you think he left it here? If I recall correctly, his character isn't married to Millie's in the show. At least, not yet. Probably planned to come and pick it up, but never came back. Whoa, heinous. Like, that's genuinely depressing. The craftsmanship is quite beautiful. Rose horse. Nothing came from it. Didn't Hank say Billy usually keeps her costume in the trailer? Yeah? And Janice didn't? I guess not. Billy keeps his costume with the wardrobe department like a normal actor. In that case. Wardrobe department on the list. Drawers open. Made of card. Made of card. It's a greeting card. Oh. What's it for? It's for Janice and Millia's paper anniversary. We already know about their wedding. It was around a month ago. Janice still has the card? Damn. Someone's cutting onions back there. What's up? My instincts were... Alright. Young Hank? Is he coming to meet us? How come? A question to ask. I believe if I ask him, I'll get a direct answer. Okay, you know what this is all about. Thanks for coming down, Hank. Slicing and dicing them onions, yep. Yeah. This may not be entirely relevant, but I don't like big unknowns when I walk into court. Like what? Up till now, I've heard mention of Janice's condition in his past. I've heard varying things, so I want a straight answer. What was Janice's medical condition? Okay, I can explain all that. Janice suffered from total retrograde amnesia. What? It's true. He has no memory before a point around 5 years ago. How does that even work? He turned up at the hospital with head trauma, total John Doe. We couldn't tell them who he was. We had no identification. He was in a hospital bed for weeks before he mustered the gall to get up. sure they must have tried to match his dental records. They tried everything. Dental, criminal, everything they could. Teeth, crime. Then when they ran out of things they'd try, he auditioned for a role in the hospital's charity Christmas pageant. Never really met Janice. The guy was a walking, talking bucket of charisma. Right away they realized he was an actor, a movie star, a TV personality, or a streamer, or something. Let's start another search. Didn't find anything, but that's how I came to meet him. You auditioned him. Right away. But apart from his amnesia, he was otherwise perfectly healthy and a natural leading man. One with a big hospital bill. Let's say we kinda just decided to roll with it. He even gave us his stage name, Janice Duo from John Doe. Got a lead actor in return, Janice got to be on a streaming TV show. So hopefully someone would come forward if they say that they know him. I'm assuming the fact that we're standing here having this conversation means that no one ever came forward. Nope. That's how he met Milia. They were a pair of oddballs, both of them. Milia and Janice. That's right. Odd, but a matched pair. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna head outside and get some air. Go right ahead. We'll follow you out. Now what? Now, we get this damn bird back to Amara. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, me. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it's telling me it's time to go cood. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, wow, yeah, that was a whole lot of madness here and now. Oopsies. That was a whole lot of madness here and now. That's... Yeah, at time I just after the end. Is Dylan pregnant? Is Dylan pregnant? No, no. No. No pregante. No pregnant. And... Our lead actress is pregante. Pregnant. Our leading man, who may or may not have gotten incinerated, may or may not be the son of the evil queen. Just straight up evil queen. F-prig. That's scary. Real. So, we also became a magical girl. That was pretty wild. We just straight up became a magical girl, Streets of Rage style. We became Brynhilde. And, yeah. So, we survived our first day in court, became a magical girl, and now we are, just straight up having to, just process and decode everything involved with this case from the vein of Maguka. It's so real. So real. I go outside and see if anything changes. Oh, hi. I was... Oh. Hank, of all people. Cluster. This is something I gotta see. It's good to see you, I mean. Uh-oh. Boss? Oh, yeah, we should have a meeting maybe sometime later. Touch base, get the ducks in a row. Okay. Boss? Yeah, he's got it bad. Oh god, Hank. Yeah. Oops, I said that right. Ah, Nina, I was on my way to the, and I just ran into it. Just go, it's fine. Got things to take care of. Oh, of course. No problem. Boss? You... What? Oh no, what is this gonna be? What is he gonna think? Someone's been through Amara's things. Oh, that was us. She's gonna be furious. Good. I just bought her the correct shampoo so she could finally wash her hair. Something that would lighten her mood. It helps as an attorney. I'm granted reasonable latitude by the city to investigate my client's associates. And granted us access so her beef would be with him. I guess. Wow, you're genuinely worried. But just she has particular needs, and she's a very important actress who creates a hostile working environment. We don't think about that. I plan to raise it with Amara herself next time I see her. Actually, Leona, do you know where Amara is? Yeah, of course. If her schedule is open, she often takes our afternoon walk in Centrum Park. Got it. Anything else? Gotta try and straighten things up in there. Maybe Amara won't notice if I do a good job. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. What were you doing the night before the incident? It's kind of embarrassing. I was on a date. We went to the movies. We were out the whole evening. Okay, that checks out. Where were you at? Oh, I think now's the time to swoop in and save her. I don't think we need to pry that deeply. Huh? Well, if you think so. Oh, right, I'm gonna get busy. See you all soon. I swear, that one packs enough neuroses to run a power station. Okay, now? Oh, great. You? Wait, slow down. Bone Smasher thinks you sell ice pick. Oh, shit. Uh-huh. Got it. Sorry, Nina, that was Atalanta. I gotta go. I'm sure it can't be helped. Just this time, try to stay in touch. Bye-bye, Dylan. Alone again. Woo! Present company excluded. Woo! Okay. Let's go see Amara. Notice it should be walking over in Central Park. Okay, now. Never let end the stream. The extraterritorial rights won't let the stream end. Alright. Now that we've had a clean spot here, let's go and see where we can raid.